I just hit that scream audio over and over again. So, Bae, what happened last week?
Last week, from what I remember, we went back to the Masterminds and to speak to our new representative, X22, who, for some reason, passed on one of his experiments onto us without really telling us really what it is.
Fucking asshole.
Sent us through a portal with it, and now we're not on Neogokyo anymore. We wound up in a cave full of cultists and dead people, and then it was just a cave full of dead people. Now, Aesop turned into a raging raven beast. Everyone's dead, and he still looks pretty thirsty for blood. Kong started acting like a monkey.
Oh yeah, he's still stupid.
You just remember this?
That's really all I remember. I'm sorry.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
I went shopping.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that when we all. Oh,
Well-
and the back alley, Aesop went with Ilana and Rinkaz.
He just ended up paying the guy to get out of the situation.
He just wanted the money, and he would have given you the illegal stuff.
Look, sometimes you don't want to give away stuff just because somebody wants it.
Yeah, she did go shopping by shopping a iPad or tablet out of some poor girl's hands.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
true, too.
forgot. Man, I forgot a lot of stuff.
Look,
Cocaine's a hell of a
nice
drug.
stuff.
You guys already have an arcane tablet, so if you were looking to make
Sometimes
some
your
cash-
own person needs some things.
That's Kaz's arcane tablet. You can't give it away.
You could sell the new one if you
I have the new one,
Oh, that's right.
I think Class A has causes arcane.
but I might need it.
Yeah, Sun Kong became a monkey last time.
Kong?
Huh?
Good.
I'm a demon.
I'm a demon.
Kong Kong?
I have a new thing here. Hang on just a second.
What is it?
Kong. Kong. Kong.
I
Alright, I'm gonna have to mute Kevin.
Let's see here. Hang on just a second for our homebrew list.
Uh-oh, homebrew list.
Inspiration cards. Player characters draw a card from the inspiration deck at the beginning of each session if they did not already
hell
have
yeah.
one.
Wait, I'm
Trading
sorry, can you
between-
repeat that?
Player characters draw a card from the inspiration deck at the beginning of each session if they did not already have one. Trading between players is allowed, but must be done before the session begins.
I'm drawing this shit.
At
I
which
use
point
my
they can no
inspiration.
longer trade. So everyone draw one card.
Oh fuck yeah.
As per the companion rules, inspiration can be traded over, discarding an inspiration card to have your companion use one of their abilities on your turn unless otherwise stated. Player
Who's
cannot have
this?
more than one inspiration card at a time, unless gifted one by a Twitch viewer.
Ancient secrets.
Gain advantage on your next d20 roll immediately deal.
Who rolled this one?
Mine's the one on the right,
I
if anybody's interested.
They're huge. I can't see them all.
Here.
Don't fucking touch mine though.
Well, I'm not sure if I can give this to you.
Do we have like a spell focused person anymore? I guess we don't.
If you right click, straight will be. If you right click, it'll say take card. Whoever's the other one is.
Yeah, whoever drew this other one.
Do,
make sure
do we?
they can take it.
The ancient secrets. Was that
Maybe,
Oh, that's mine.
maybe I didn't pay attention for 2 seconds. Can we accumulate these cards, or are they over at the end of like a session?
You hold on to them until you use them.
Okay.
But you can't have more than one.
Oh, but you
Unless-
can't have more. So you can't accumulate
The only
No, you
way.
can't accumulate them. But
unless somebody on the stream gives it to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm
little
gonna
fun
just
for the
keep
Twitch
spamming,
viewers.
and then
That's
hopefully I'll make some real friends.
That's the
but
idea. Sun Kong, did you draw one?
this
I don't
is
think I
not
did. I
safe
was-
for
I didn't
work.
wanna-
Work Twitch.
So my question is, what
Did
if
I
you're,
get ancient secrets also?
Yeah. Yeah.
what if you have a
That's
card
right
that
click.
says, get rid of the card and draw 2 more?
Ooh.
Prove it.
How the hell do we put these things up?
Drag it. Click on it. Drag it.
What did the rest of you get?
I got something that gives me a bonus to Arcana checks and restores a spell slot,
Yeah.
which
some
I
of-
don't,
Some of
which
the
I don't think is good
secondary-
for any of us anymore.
Yeah. Some of
Unfortunately.
the,
Oh shit! That's some fucking good shit, boy.
yeah. As Luke was saying,
I didn't
some of
believe
the
you.
secondary effects may not, depending on who has it, may not give you any particular advantages. But all the
But-
more reason to have beginning here. You guys look at your cards, and if you want to trade to someone else, you can. But you're
Who's
right.
this one?
Currently, we
Can I
don't have a
mulligan?
spellcaster.
Can
No,
you
can't
mulligan?
That was
I-
mine.
I
Secret
think
training.
I
if
think
anybody
I'll
wants it.
just I think I'm just gonna keep this arcane one because I think of all the people, I guess Aesop is. Well, no, I could give it to Glosse to recover a spell
Glosse
slot.
does
I
spells.
will
Yeah.
trade these use.
Yeah, let's
Let's do that. Let's trade.
steal
Who got the
card.
knowledge.
So you and then you have to try to steal mine.
I think this is the one.
Yeah, that's the one. There you go.
Since we're talking about all of this, and I forgot, and I had to leave yesterday or last week. Can you pull up anything, or can you tell me the book that the those feats are in, so I can look at it about my feet?
Oh yes, that is in the Weird Wild homebrew folder for feats.
Wild.
It's one of those. So I looked at that specifically,
Okay.
and the way I'm gonna rule it is when you're throwing weapons, you can't
Mhm.
strike twice.
Okay.
But
I
if
can't,
it's a
I can't
light,
use. If I have two, I can't use more than one. I can only use one.
correct.
Mm.
Or you know what? I'll allow this. I'll allow you to throw another weapon in the same turn, but it's going to be a disadvantage.
I'll take that.
So just keep that in mind
That's fine. That makes
going
sense.
forward. And you have to keep track of your daggers too. You know, you got
Look, guys, this is my fucking dinner.
go
I
get
know
the
that you
bag.
guys are fucking making fun of me because my mouth is full.
Rinkaz, did you want to draw your two now and see what you get?
I mean, why not? I mean, it just save time.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead. And...
do we still have one base inspiration, or do we just have an
This-
inspiration in the card?
this-
Or what?
If you notice on these cards, this is your inspiration. So,
So it has like the one. So we don't get inspiration points anymore.
consider these
Gotcha.
your inspiration points.
Okay, okay.
Letting subject 22 heal is really good. So just keep giving me ancient secrets,
Go ahead and
please.
draw two, Rinkaz.
What is the inspiration thing under, so I can read what you had said? Sorry.
If you go under rules,
Uh
the first thing
The homebrew list?
Yeah, the homebrew list,
Okay.
and it's under inspiration cards.
Gain advantage. Increase your AC by 3. Ooh, that one's pretty juicy. You're
I'd
not
like
paying
this
your turn. Take a
recover
turn after
a-
current turn. Ooh, that one's good too.
I love that card.
That one's
Tactical.
pretty dang.
Oh yeah, tactical insight will be awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
That's really good.
So something a little fun that you guys can do. Again, if you want to trade those Rinkaz to anybody, you can. Otherwise, you can keep them. Yes. So, with that, let us dive in.
Oh, wait, can I ask one more question before this?
Yeah, sure.
Do we have to say we're going to use this card prior to doing something else? Like, I'm assuming
I mean, it's like normal insight.
it's like normal. It's like normal inspiration, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like normal
Inspiration, yeah.
inspiration.
Just checking.
So, let's see here.
Oh God.
Last we left, our adventurers found themselves in like a cultist cavern, a cultist lair, seemingly been drawn there by what the cultists assume would be summoning some type of probably abyssal demon or devil, but instead summoned heroes. Unfortunately for them.
Demonic heroes. Yeah. Well, do we have a name for our band?
Yeah, it was sick. I don't remember what it was. Fuck.
Oh no, Rinkaz, what was our band name?
Oh shit.
Ugh.
Yeah, we should have wrote it down. Oh well.
Oh wait, we could watch the stream from last week and get it. If we...
Ugh.
Oh, good idea. All right, everybody pause for 3 hours while we go through the stream. And
Wait, why does Ringcast have two? It's 2 cards still.
because he played a card that gave him 2 cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I thought you could
that's-
only keep 1.
That's the
Okay.
other. That's the other built-in rules. If the card
Okay.
tells you to draw 2, you get to have 2.
Okay.
So we're in this cave and we killed some cultists.
Yeah. So
It's a
Sun
fucking
Kong.
crazy bird. Oh.
Oh, what is this?
We're back to the 80s, boys.
Some vaporwave shit. Love it.
It's so fucking shitty quality.
it's the biggest image I could find. Sun Kong. Just use your imagination to fill in the holes.
Ooh.
You find yourself in a strange, surreal place. A place that, as you peer around, you notice has similar features. It's like a small temple adjacent to it, 2 smaller, almost gazebo-like areas made out of what you assume is pure glass, or maybe a glass steel now that you're used to the term. As you look out and around, you see off-colored palm trees and a walkway that seems to extend into the distance. All around you, surrounding out to the horizon, you just see what looks like a endless, shallow water, a pinkish water that just goes out. A soft, cloudy sky hangs above it. It kind of reminds you similarly to the monk temples that you had back on your own planet before this whole adventure started. As you are taking account of your surroundings, you look down to see yourself, and as you are taking in account all things, you notice that you look like your previous self before this whole Bionoid merger happened. Almost like a memory of you before all of these things happened. As you are looking around, just getting your bearings, wondering where you are, a form begins to, sort of just like apparate from nowhere, begins to take an essence, begins to take form walking down this walkway. And as you look forward, you recognize, or at least what you assume, since you've never been able to really get a view of yourself outside of your form, of what you believe to be what you would look like in your Bionoid form. It begins to walk your way. What do you do?
Can I speak?
There's only one way to test it.
I will try to say, I guess, Roshi, is that you? Do I speak? Can I speak?
You're surprised to find yourself able to speak. The blue Bionoid walks your way and says, "Yes, Sun Kong, it's me, Roshi."
Where are we?
I see, yes. Sun Kong, this place, it's difficult to describe. our bodies are merged, and as such, we can share thoughts sometimes, memories, maybe even dreams, if you will. You remember that in your past, whether relaxing on the ship, the spa, you have always been able to enter a meditative state due to your monk-like nature. Consider, if you will, this place a mix between dream and reality. I have coined it the monkin place. You see yourself, I suppose, as your mind would remember you before our merger. And I suppose you see me as the way I am now here, because that's the only way that you've ever been able to recognize me. Although I suppose a bionoid simply takes the form of their host. To be honest with you, I don't even know what I actually look like. I suppose maybe in the outside waking world, I may even sound different than I do here and now.
Think about.
We've met here multiple times, Uncle. Back when you entered a meditative state. Though I suppose, like some deep subliminal dream or subconscious dream, I don't know that you remember the other times, or if you have a recollection of it.
I can't recall. Fucking marching around. God damn it, Luke. I can't recall ever being here before. Can I make like a knowledge roll or something? Oh, never mind, knowledge roll. Ah, that's funny.
You can make a history check, sure.
Oh, with my -5?
In this place, you don't receive those negatives.
I don't remember what my intelligence was though.
Yeah, look on your character sheet, right, your history.
Oh, you can look at like.
In this
past.
place, the spell does not affect you.
How do I look at my old shit?
Should just be on that list of abilities on the first page for your character.
You can
Well, I know,
use
but
your
I-
current.
like,
you can
I
use
actually-
your current.
No, but I actually changed it on my character sheet.
Oh, what? He's hacking. Confirmed.
No, like I put my
It's-
intelligence, my
It's a joke.
Okay. So I don't remember what my intelligence was before this.
Do you have the latest sheet?
No, my latest sheet has them at 1. That's what I'm saying. I saved it from last week.
Oh, why would you do that?
Do you not have an earlier version of your character sheet?
Maybe.
Why would
goober.
you change them?
You
though?
fucking goober! What?
I mean,
But you
yeah.
always save a backup.
Take your go and okay. In the meantime, just give me a D20 roll. But yeah, go back in Gmail and just find the level 7 you sent me. Just use that.
True. Yeah.
So we'll just say we're gonna add a +1. You don't get the sense this place has a strange familiarity to it, but you're not sure if it's because it reminds you of some of the ape-like monk temples that you had back on your original planet, or if you feel like you've been here before. So maybe what Roshi's saying is kind of ringing true, that perhaps you've been in this place before, but you don't remember it.
There we go. Oh, intelligence was a 9.
So it was probably a -1.
Yes, it was actually.
That's fine. It would have been the same thing. Yeah, you don't really remember being here before. Sunkan.
So no, I don't remember this at all.
That's okay. We've had small chats before. A nice way to get to know each other. In between the waking world. I think you're here now, Sunkan, because I feel as though terrible fate has befallen you. You share the same body, and I feel as though something terrible has happened to your mind.
Yeah, I feel coming back like I lost part of me.
I'm sorry that I could not speak to you before after the things that happened on the prison ring, but after our syncing up and using our lianoid form, I must have entered a deep slumber myself from you expending so much of our energies. At least here I'm able to communicate with you, and
I don't know what's gonna happen once I wake up from this place.
nor I. Your outside body, at least from what I can sense, being part of you, is running on base instinct, but at the very least, I sense that it still has the desire to protect your friends. I am unsure what we can do in here, Sun Kong, but at the very least, we can count on your friends and hope that they will come across some way to help you.
I hope so. I hate this, like trapped in my own mind.
How do you think I feel? Don't worry, though, he says as he kind of sits next to you and kind of looks off into the distance. At least, during this time, you and I can catch up a little bit, get to know each other better. You should tell me again that place you came from. And as he says that, we will cut away from the Munkin place.
No.
Fucking Munkin. Great.
I don't get it. I'm missing a reference.
The sunken place, like from Get Out.
Oh! Oh! Wow, yeah, that's bad, guys.
Wait, what?
Don't think too much into it. Alright, moving on.
Oh, I missed it. I missed it so bad.
It's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll explain
Oh.
it later.
What, Sam?
I didn't see anything.
In the eye.
Anyways, we cut back to the
God.
underground cavern where you guys have just dispatched a number of cultists and found 3 unfortunate heroes lying in a pool of their own blood. Speaking of blood, so much has scattered around in the ensuing battles, and some even seeming to help power the portal that may have tampered with your teleportation here. So much blood around the area that Aesop, seemingly unable to control himself, transformed into a monstrous bird who has not reverted form even after the battle has ended. He looks up and gives a mighty roar.
Hold on, I gotta get into character.
So yes, I kind of throw this at Luke. What happens now? The battle's technically over, but it seems as though this Subject 22, as I'm sure he's called himself at one point during this battle, has not reverted back to Aesop just yet.
Yeah, so he's just, if I recall correctly, we ended last week and he was just chowing down on the face of this cultist that just died.
Yeah, you can see it's like you've got both bloody claws holding him at his sides, kind of, and all the rest of the people can see is just your beak kind of diving into the open hood as blood splats out onto your beak, and his legs held up in the air kind of twitching.
So, realizing everyone is watching him, you can kind of see some conflict in the face of this creature, because at the beginning of each of my turns, I have to roll to maintain control of Subject 22. So it's not hard though. I just have to beat a 10. I mean, what are the chances that I won't?
About 50%.
A 10. It's fine. It's fine.
Just fucking roll.
Oh no, I failed.
What the fuck?
Oh dear. Oh.
I'm gonna say everybody
Roll initiative.
roll for initiative.
Wait.
That's funny.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Ready
a
to
second.
kill.
hold on, please. Hold, please.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just making double sure that I'm actually transforming.
My icon's not there.
I can't. Jason, what's my password? All right. I'm just checking to make sure. Oh, okay. No. I'm proficient in wisdom saving throws, so my macro is wrong.
Oh.
Okay.
So you get the plus.
Okay. Whew. Yeah. So that's above 10.
Let's
Okay.
fucking kill him anyways.
Yeah, let's kill him.
So
Wait, what? Actually, you'll probably see like 22 just start like clawing at him. Like, no, little bird, stay away! And he kind of sinks back into himself and like halves in size, and then it's just like a quivering Aesop on the ground, just kind of on his hands and knees in front of this bloody, destroyed cultist.
Lame.
What? What?
No, you. I'm sorry. Is everyone okay? I didn't. He didn't hurt any of you, did he?
I'm hurt. I'll take compensation.
What do you mean he? It was you, right? What just happened?
No, you have to understand. Fucking Glosse immediately steps back. No, subject 22, he's not me, it's difficult to explain, he's a part of me, but he's not, he lives within me. I've gotten better at controlling him, but sometimes, I can't help. I can't help myself.
Is this from all that fucking blood you put into your body?
As a matter of fact,
Oh, fucking course it is.
a temporary stint with lycanthropy, my last treatment. It was partially successful, and it's why I can speak to you with my own voice today, but it had lingering side effects. Subject 22. Whenever I'm in the presence of copious amounts of blood, he gains control of our body.
Well, I mean, we signed on for one more party member. I mean, that's technically two, so,
Yeah, you're out. You've been voted out.
Look on the bright side. Apparently, Subject 22 can talk too.
Oh, that's good, I suppose. I have a hard time remembering what happens after.
Oh, you
Subject
ate some
22.
bases, honey.
you promised to pay off Yolana with like 1,000 gold.
Yeah, there was something about that.
You
I
guys
don't
are
have.
so much.
I don't have that. I don't have that much gold.
It's okay, you can pay it back later. It's alright.
This feels like a
I
lie.
wink.
Are you lying to me?
You can check.
I think even regardless of the roll, he would say that anyway.
yeah, you get the sense that your mutant form or your monstrous form is not smart enough to broker coin deals with the other party.
Yes, this sounds like acceptable deal to 22.
Yeah.
I think we like did a bet or something that I would kill more people than you, and you just lost. It's just unfortunate.
I shake his bloody flipper talon bird hand and say, "It's a pleasure to meet you, subject 22?
No,
Yes.
don't. I'd prefer if you didn't refer to me as that.
Yeah, let's just call him that from now on.
Please don't.
No, and
You
you-
guys are bullying this poor bird.
Oh yeah,
And
I
mine-
gotta change my display name back to Aesop. There we go.
And my name's Kazakatl. It's a pleasure to meet you."
Thought your name was Rinkaz.
What has
Short for
this portal done?
Kazakatl.
It's my maiden name.
Oh god.
Can I check this fucking cultist leader?
So
Yes,
Aesop,
it's
Aesop turns to Glosse and like grips Glosse's arms with his little tiny puny bird claws.
He's gonna eat you!
No, Glosse, you can't tell Hush.
Oh, it's hot. Wait.
Hush can't know.
Oh, she doesn't know. Oh. I'm gonna
She
keep.
can't know.
I mean, as long as you don't get any fights around her, I'm sure it's fine.
But please make no mention of Subject 22 to her. I couldn't bear the thought.
Oh.
I type in my tablet and put lots of blood on the ship.
I promise. I won't tell anyone.
Call.
And
Yeah, you guys see Sun Kong sort of milling about over.
just kind of like picking his
Like
nose in the
sniffing
background.
Good.
I get some rations and kind of head over towards him and say, hey, buddy, here you go. You just
He's gonna fucking fling dung at you.
yes. I give him the rations.
Oh God!
The fuck? He ate like an hour ago.
I try to
Fucking horrifying.
I try to slip one of the ropes around his neck, kind of like a collar.
No.
I mean, that's Sun Kong. Do you allow this to happen? I mean,
Yeah. I'm not.
I mean,
guess-
yeah, I'm retarded now.
Man is friend.
We're friends, so I guess. I don't know.
I pet him on the head and say, "You'll be okay, buddy. I promise. Ilana's gonna take good care of you." And I hold the rope up, looking at her.
He starts joking.
Oh, give me 1 second, buddy. I just want to check this lady really
yeah,
quick before I go and
you
take
give
control
me
of Kong.
a perception check as you sort of dig around to try and see if there's anything off those cultists.
Whew, that was almost like a shitty low roll. It is a 25.
Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, you find 36 gold coins.
Whoop, whoop.
You find a a blue quartz, which is worth 10 GP. As usual, you can.
Oh,
kind
I'll
of
just take the 10 GP.
Yeah, you can already exchange it. We'll just say that you will sell it at the next vendor, just out of
Mm,
ease. You also find a spell scroll of Thorn Whip.
That's awesome. Down, Sun Kong.
Whose dog is going?
I don't know why he's being that way. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just beat him.
Got him like a.
Okay. Is there something for that? Or I guess I could just look up the spell scroll. Anything else?
That's all you find off of the dead female cultist leader.
She's what I care about.
As you guys are just taking in consideration everything that's happened here, as we sort of left off last session, a voice begins to resonate in the area and calls out to you. But you soon realize that it's not coming from anywhere in the room, but instead in your minds.
Yes, hello and good day. Your case number is 555-114-56215, and I'll be your teleportation surface representative today. How can I help you?
We were teleported.
Let Kong talk. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, Sun Kong has got a mouthful of food and is looking around a bit confused.
That's just so funny.
That
Fucking
dog.
dog.
Alright, Kevin. Either beat it or mute yourself.
Can you do push to talk, maybe? Yeah, so
Yeah. my bad.
Glosse says that, and
Yes, there seems to be some issue with your teleportation down to the lower levels of the Neogokyo masterminds area, but I can help you out with that.
Okay, get us out of here.
Okay,
Yes, I'd like a number 3 with fries.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the teleportation service, and I'm your customer representative.
Oh, we're
thought it
looking
was-
for food.
I thought it was an interdimensional, demon fast food place. I thought we were gonna get some food. I mean, whatever. Just get us out of here.
yeah, you get the sense that there seemingly this sounds like a female gnome is moving forward in some script that she's reading. She says,
Right, so in order to process your teleportation request, all you need to do is make the following alterations to the circle already present that should be there. Put a cross through the center of the circle, Add 2 circles near the edges, and 3 notches in the edge of the circle pointing to the north, east, and west.
Wait, which one's north?
I have a compass.
Yeah.
Can I roll to use my compass? I don't know.
No, you don't have to roll. You as you guys look around, you get the sense that you're in probably some underground cavern and have no immediate sense of cardinal directions. But Ilana, as you pull out your compass, you watch as the pointer, does that thing where it kind of takes a second to get its bearings and then gives you the cardinal direction. It's like, we'll say this map is just like your north is up, etc.
It's just spinning around in a circle, guys. I don't. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'd say whatever's north is north and whatever.
Do we want to check on those adventurers down there? Maybe do the good thing and, resurrect them and let them go on their way.
Oh, they're not dead.
Or see if they're at least a pulse and can I take a quick check?
The
You guys can
pulse
make
and
You guys
pockets
can
of
make
this one.
medicine checks. At this point, there's quite a large pool of blood that's formed underneath them. You can see that their bodies were certainly dug into by some daggers, as well as you get the sense that from some sear marks on their skin that maybe this cultist hit them with some fire magic.
Oh my
They look in
god.
bad shape. But yeah, give me some.
He's dead, Jim.
I would like. I guess I'll do a medicine check.
Yeah, medicine.
Alright. I should have passed this one.
Rinkaz, you have no idea. This may be a bloody corpse in front of you.
19 for that fat big old bitch.
You, Ilana, do the 2-finger pulse, and you actually check a couple different areas.
Mhm.
On the neck, on the arm, in between the thighs,
In her pockets.
in her
In
pocket.
between the thighs.
She is dead.
Oh.
Is she the one that has a the puddle of blood underneath her?
All 3 of them do. They were in bad shape when you got here, and unfortunately, Glosse, both you and Ilana get the sense. Glosse, as you're checking this younger-looking, kind of wizard-looking fellow or mage-like kind of guy here with curly hair, yeah, they have passed on due to their injuries.
Ugh. I want to put some of my fingers in the blood and then look at Aesop and be like, is this what you like or whatever? This stuff?
Please,
Can you use this stuff?
please,
Can you use this more?
please stop.
What about Rinkaz's guy? Is he alive?
He's like sitting in a corner, like in a fetal position, rocking back and forth, facing away
What a
from.
freaking baby.
I'll give him a little pat of reassurance. It's okay. You're
he
you
like-
now.
He like physically flinches when you touch him.
Oh.
Ew.
Did they have any loot on them that we could use?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like they got some stuff on them. You look up to Rinkaz, and he kind of gives you a bit of a shrug. He's unsure if his is dead or not, but it looks like he may have transpired as well.
Damn. Sorry, buddy.
Well, if that one on the end looks like a mage, if we need any blood of virgins to get this portal going,
Probably.
usually the
We should
best
just
place
throw
to
him
start.
in the middle. Alright, can I check this big Bertha?
Yeah, she is carrying a broadsword that looks in relatively decent shape. It's seen its fair share of battles, you surmise, but it looks like pretty big. But
That's
you
not
can
for me.
maybe carry it with you if you wanted.
I
On-
want to show it to Rinkaz. I'm not interested.
You reach into her pockets and pull out 86 gold pieces.
Whoop!
Rich girl.
I'm rich, bitch.
Rika, as you pilfer around, are you trying to check this guy?
Yeah.
You pilfer his pockets and don't find as much 23 gold pieces, but you do notice on his hands you see some rather nice looking rabbit fur bracers.
Ooh.
I could probably use those, because that's one of the few things you can use when you're unarmored for armor.
And you get the sense that if you were to sell these, you'd get 25 GP for them.
Ooh.
But unless they would actually give me any use, I'll take 25 GP because I'm disgusted because I think of my poor rabbits that are lost in space.
Yeah, you feel a chill in the air and get the sense that these bracers are more just to try and keep warm than anything else, but you do at least take into account the gold amount that you could sell them for. Otherwise, you find his broken loot that he was, you assume, attempting to play. Seems like the bard of the party, but unfortunate in this instance.
Can I take his hat for AG?
Yeah, you take his feathered cap off of his head and kind of shove it into a pocket.
I'm gonna go over it with Yolana and check Lord Ramsay Bolton dead on the floor over there.
Okay. Yeah, you find a kind of a nicely carved wooden staff that you would usually surmise comes off of like a wizardly type. You get the sense that maybe you could sell this for like 5 gold coins. Reaching into his pocket, you find a cracked but still usable potion of healing, and
One of them.
a scroll of detect magic,
Ooh.
and 32 gold pieces.
There you go, buddy.
For our
Split the gold
stuff,
with Yolana.
for our stuff, you could surmise that they actually have like the silver, copper pieces, but I don't want to deal with all that currency, so
It's gonna
putting
be
it all together, it's gold pieces.
3 coppers
Yeah,
and 1
yeah,
silver
fuck
for
that.
you.
I don't have time for any of that.
Okay,
Is she
operator.
okay? Was this chick
Yes.
okay?
Oh,
Have you
Alright.
made the adjustments to the portal?
yes.
Okay. Make certain all parties from the original teleportation attempt are present on the circle, and let me know when to evoke the magics.
Okay, everyone, get on the circle. Come on, Aesop.
You guys, Sun Kong, what do you like? What do you use to carry your stuff with you?
I'm assuming I have a backpack.
Just like a backpack?
Yeah.
What kind of assumptions?
So, as you guys remember, Sun Kong was hauling this steel canister-like vessel with him as you guys popped here. And somewhere as combat broke out, Sun Kong had kind of popped open the top of his backpack, and so you still see, kind of hanging out a little bit, the steel capsule that was initially part of this whole idea to take this canister down to X-23's deeper lab.
X-22.
X-22, sorry.
Scrub.
Come on, Sun Kong. Come on.
We have him on a leash. Get it the fuck over here.
Did you guys actually make those adjustments on teleportation thing?
Yes.
Wait, did we?
Yeah, we
What?
borrowed. I had to.
Yeah,
we
what'd you
get
do?
Ilana's. Were we not? Would you like me to make a check to retcon checks? Well,
No, we'll say you didn't.
okay.
Sun Kong kind of mills his way over.
I want to
I
grab
wanna-
him into the circle because holy shit.
You grab him by the rope leash and gently tug him on.
Where's Rhea?
No, she's where the fuck did she go?
She was there a second ago.
She was.
Oh, whoa!
For some reason,
What did she do? Wait, how did she? She was not there a second ago.
for some reason, I have control over her. I don't.
I think everyone has control of her.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah, we do.
all right. Well, we're all here.
Throwing her off the
Get the
fucking circle.
back here.
Yeah, let's put her back on there.
Sun Kong stinks. Ew. Yuck.
He's a sweaty baby.
It's a sweaty baby. As you all clamber onto the portal and enter the circle, a bright light begins to surround each of you.
I'm gonna file the biggest complaint when we get back
To who?
to the operator or whoever I can talk to. I'm gonna write a letter. That's what I'm doing.
White, serene light surrounds you as you feel your bodies begin to dematerialize. As the sight of this cultist cavern begins to vanish, the voice in your head speaks again as this scene before you seems to fade away.
Thank you for using our customer service today. If you need any further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask.
You guys at least feel now that you can finally go, and then the voice seems to come back one more time, a bit nervously this time.
Oh no.
Oh, by the way, you did make sure that there was no blood in the vicinity, correct?
What?
Before you guys can answer, there is a tearing sound as your bodies are thrust into a teleportation.
Hope that somehow doesn't make it.
What the fuck?
Aesop is literally covered with gore and viscera.
Oh my god! Cover your eyes,
Ew.
Aesop, don't look! It's ice cream! It's just warm ice cream! It's melted warm ice cream, though!
He does that like heaving sob. It's just strawberry ice cream.
It's all over you, it's melted, don't look at it!
What the fuck?
One punch?
If I jump out while we're teleporting, do I just die instantly?
Oh no. Oh dear.
Ew, where? I'm not here. Where the fuck are we?
Bye, Ilana. Later, nerd.
She jumped out of the circle.
Oh, where
Oh,
are
do
you,
I get a new
Ilana?
character?
No,
I don't know, you didn't grab me.
Hang on. You must have moved out or something, I don't know.
Oh!
Surprise!
Per usual.
Where in the fuck are we? You're on a leash!
Yeah, I'm
Freaking
holding
monkey.
No, you know what? He'd be tugging Glossy around. She'd let him go.
Even before the dizziness of the teleportation wears off, you can hear growls and angry cries around you. In what sounds like, oh,
Who's
there's a little
that?
baby Elon. Let's get rid of that one. Can any of you guys understand Goblin or Orcish?
I used to be an orc.
No.
No. Cannot. You can try.
There
I know a lot of
is-
languages.
You guys, you kind of, at least from your time back on Slogonia, those of you who are not Aesop, can get the sense that maybe there's some hooting and hollering in Goblin, but there's another sort of similar brutish language being spoken around. Angry growls and cries. Your vision returns and you see that you are standing near a large tent within what looks like a narrow gorge. On your left, you see a sea of screaming goblin soldiers. And on your right is an endless horde of what appears to be howling orcs.
I yell Loktar, Ogar.
Before you, a massive orc and let's see here, a powerful hobgoblin.
Oh fuck. Nobody speaks their language. This is gonna be terrible.
A powerful hobgoblin have their weapons locked and seem to be yelling at each other in their native tongues, each pointing their fingers at one another, and you now, accusingly.
Oh, I think. Oh no, no, we come in peace. We. Oh, do they understand me? Does it look like they understand me?
They hear that they understand that you're speaking, but they don't seem to understand what you're saying, and continue to argue to one another in a language that is foreign to you. You do notice that before them is a crude, overturned table that has spilled ink all over it. You notice what looks like a large sheet of parchment that lies on the ground next to it with the text, Treaty of Garrett's Gorge, written upon it.
No.
As well as what seems to be some type of maybe legal details about who has rights to what, but this is where it sort of descends into particular foreign languages. There are torches all around, and you notice some other makeshift tents. You can feel the tension in the air is high. and you get the sense that war between what seems to be two kind of warring factions is on the edge now. It may have been tipped, seemingly with you guys teleporting in the middle of all this.
I feel like we just interrupted a peace treaty.
Oh no!
I got an idea, guys.
What?
I put my hands up to both, in the air, kind of like a whoa, 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 stop motion to both of them, and I go, try to gesture a calm down for a second to the two.
Make a persuasion check, or I'll take a performance check.
Oh my god!
Too,
I
if you
want to aid him. I want to.
Sure. You get advantage there, guys. This is more of a performance than
17.
Hey, not bad.
They have weapons still slightly locked as they take note of your gestures, along with Glossic kind of coming up to help you accentuate it, since she's, at least where she came from, and was famous and had to deal with probably a lot of people who spoke in tongues that she may have never heard of. She still knew how to sign some good autographs there. She kind of helps you sign this out for them. They slightly lower their weapons as if giving you a moment.
I put my hand down to my side where I keep my water skin and like the flask and stuff I keep with me, and I pull it up, take the top off of it, take a sip, and I, if they have cups, I pour one for each of them. If not, I pass the flask to them, because I had a water skin that was full with alcohol before we left.
There is a table next to you that has 1 or 2 cups on it. A few are also scattered kind of around your feet.
How big is the table that was overturned?
It's like a large table, 10 feet wide, 6 feet, those type of widths.
Oh, okay. We should. Good idea, Renkaz. Let's set this table back up as well.
I help set up the table, and I put a cup down on each side, and I pour one for them, and I put my hands up, and I slowly sit down at the table and look to both of them and kind of gesture the drink, and I take a drink myself first to prove it's not poison or anything.
Let me ask you guys this then. Are you each trying to sort of involve yourselves in calming the tension here?
Yeah, I am.
I would like
Okay.
to.
Well, here's what I want to do then. A group skill challenge. Tell me what
Oh,
you guys are
fuck.
doing, and you can use any skill you would like that's relevant to what you're doing. And we'll see how your rolls are. Remember, you have inspiration with your cards, or maybe
Oh, yeah.
added effects that your cards may help out depending on what you have. So you just let me know what you're doing. They watch as Rinkaz fills a cup with one of his water skins and takes a seat and takes a sip, and I assume sort of begins to fill a little bit of the other cups on the table. You
Can I
still
make
hear
a-
cries and growls from the swarms of crowds on both sides, but at least up on this sort of a wooden platform that you guys stand on with this overturned table, you do, or this table that you guys now have set up and sat down at, you have the attention of you assume kind of leaders or head honchos of these two groups.
Can I make a nature check to sort of replicate their body language?
Sure. You can, what are you going to use that to do?
I'm going to use it to move over to the treaty and then gently pick up the treaty and place it on the table again.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll then.
Yeah, not bad. 19.
Let me know before I give the results. Let's see what everyone else does. Let's go to you, Rinkaz, next. You sat down. What is it? Do you want to make a check off of what you've just done, or do you want to do some other action to give me some other relevant check?
Just with taking a sip from the drink, I look to both of them, and I point at one, and then I point at the other, and I make a gesture with my hand that both of them are small, and I put both hands together to make a big circle, like combined you guys are big. Just very simple hand motions.
Okay. Now, what kind of check would you like to make for that? That sounds definitely like a performance or maybe slightly less so a persuasion check. You do have their attention drawn.
I prefer a persuasion.
Yes, distract them while Ilana slits their throats. Good idea. Ooh.
Oh, thank God.
That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, you start making your gestures here. Glosse, what are you doing?
Well, it seems like I was gonna charm person at second level on both of them, so they
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Do they need to make saves for that?
Yep. Wisdom saving throw DC 16.
And you're doing it to both of them?
Yes, so it's a second level, so I can target one additional creature. Yeah.
They are not terribly bright, so let's see. We're gonna do the orc first, and then the hobgoblin. Glacé, with a flit of your fingers and a little bit of vocal magic weaving under your breath, you kind of point two fingers at both of the characters. What was the DC for it?
16.
16?
Yes.
Oh, nice. You guys can hear Glacé kind of quietly murmuring a spell, and seeing now as Aesop is very being safely and kind of using some of the mannerisms of these orcs, picking up the treaty, setting it on the table. They shift a bit, but don't draw their weapons in any aggressive way, and watch as you set it on the table, Aesop. They watch Rinkaz as you gesture about trying to have these two forces come together. And then along with Glacé's spell, you watch both of them look to one another, and they set their weapons down against the farther end of the table, and pulling up some wooden stools next to the treaty, they both sit down. You hear the rabbles and rousing of the crowds begin to slowly die down a bit.
Okay, now what do we do?
Now we just... Operator! Operator!
You can hear the two of them, although you can't understand what they're saying. They seem to be grunting at one another, and they begin to push the treaty at one another and tapping their finger. You kind of still get the sense that maybe there's some there is some conflicts, maybe there's some things unresolved in what the treaty says, but they're not outright looking to take each other out. As you are watching this unfold and nervously looking out at the massive waves of goblinoid and orc kind on both sides, in your minds you can hear what sounds like pages turning as a voice from what sounds like customer service stammers.
Let's see.
Get us out of here right now.
Can you hang on for just one moment?
The voice promptly cuts out for just a second.
Sun Kong.
Sun Kong, are you or Iolana, are you two doing anything? Rayon is taking a seat at the table.
Well, they kind of seem like we've gotten it under control, so
Okay.
fine.
What's Sun Kong doing?
Rooting around in the ground. Just digging, making weird symbols, just not paying attention.
Picking rice out of goblins nearby and eating them.
You guys look around a bit nervously as Sun Kong's rooting in the ground like a wild animal. Suddenly in your minds, you hear another voice. It comes back to you.
Yes, I believe I have found the solution. If you all don't mind moving over to the southern end of what I believe is a platform you guys may be near.
Do we see that?
Yeah, you guys using Iolana now. She kind of has a compass out. She points the way to an area. There's no visible teleportation marks, but you know where the southern end of this kind of wooden platform is in this narrow gorge.
All right, no sudden movements. Everyone just kind of make your way over there.
I would assume we would all
Just
take a
just
little
kind-
stroll.
Just back up slowly. Out of the way of the treaty.
Okay, you guys do that. Let's see. You guys all step over, kind of keeping together and making sure not to draw too much attention. There's a bit of verbal, which you gather as arguments going back and forth, but at this point, there may actually be some success with this treaty going on, and it could just be the brashness and the masculine nature of these two beasts coming together to try to actually work things out. And they all turn your way and begin to gasp as a white light begins to encircle you all.
I would like to do a performance check, like, I don't know, make dancing light, make it seem like we're angelic and we're ascending to the heavens or something. Like,
Okay,
we
yeah.
came from their gods or something.
They all seem awestruck, unsure what to do for a second, and before you can really see anything else, you feel as your body's being pulled and teleported away.
Oh goodness.
As we teleport away, I flip the table.
Well, you moved to the southern end of the platform, so you're a little too far.
Linkaz is gonna get us
unfortunately.
fucking killed.
Yeah. Ruining a
You-
fucking.
Yo, mama's a hoe. Peace out.
Just a second, let me set things straight here.
Look, that's the second time we've had to deal with a stupid orc today.
Oh god. That's racist.
The orc lady who I resurrected, and she tried to kill me instead.
Oh. Well, you kind of look like a demon in a way.
Oh yeah, I tip my hat and go back to normal. Normal for lizard, I guess.
Okay, let me make sure I've got everybody. Alright, hang on.
Because
just
we're
a
going
moment.
right back to Neogokyo, and nothing else bad is gonna happen.
Nope.
As you guys speed through the ethereal space between the planes, you hear a voice in your head again say, there seems to be some kind of error. I'm unsure what's going on. I'm gonna go check with one of my supervisors. Please hold.
Oh,
Oh
this is the
my
worst.
god.
There better be a survey at the end of this. Oh god, is that whole music in my head?
That's kind of nice.
You guys find yourselves splashing into something as your vision returns to you.
Ew.
Just ice cream. It's just ice cream.
Nope. I do not like this.
No.
I'm gonna move out of this. Whatever that is.
Stay where you guys are.
I just start splashing.
Oh.
I look at it. This is urine.
Before your sight, you guys returns. You feel an intense heat, and your nostrils are assaulted with a burning smell. Your eyes sting as you're finally able to look about your surroundings, and honestly, you kind of wish you hadn't. You and your allies seem to be scattered across several fleshy floating chunks in a sea of bubbling yellow acid.
Oh my.
Area
Acidic
around you
diarrhea.
is dark and hot. The walls of this cavernous chamber are red in color and pulse ever so often. The area is lit by a few torches, that one or two that were on wooden stalks that seem to have been pulled with you through the portal, but they fizz a little bit out. You see one, we'll say, at the kind of shoreline, if you will, of this area here, giving a little bit of light in this area, enough to not be in pure darkness. You're probably pulled from your last location. Let's see here. So yes, you guys find yourselves floating in these meat chunks in a bubbling lake of what appears to be acid. I'm going to have each of you roll for initiative
Oh.
to swim out.
Oh, okay. I like that this music's still playing.
Is there a way to add all characters on here, just straight to the initiative order?
Yeah, you can drag a box over and right-click everybody at once.
Oh, nice. Oh, we don't want the meat chunks.
No, please no meat chunks.
What are we rolling?
Initiative.
Oh.
You guys are gonna have to swim out of this junk.
Gross. AFK for like 1 second.
Everyone, let me know when you've
Looks
entered
like-
in your initiative.
Everyone
Everybody did.
We're out, yeah.
Calm down, calm down.
Well, Sun Kong would be freaking out because this is pure acid.
Maybe he won't make it out.
Glosse, you feel this acidic liquid burning into your skin. And you take, let's see,
500.
10,000 damage minimum.
12 acid damage.
Oh,
It is your turn, however.
oh, that seems
Okay.
easy.
I would like to.
As you, will you stay right here for me?
Sure.
Oh,
As you are swimming your way out, while you guys are swimming, each space of movement is double movement.
Okay.
So just to let you know, it's like twice your movement to try to swim out of here. That's for like swimming rolls. As you are trying to swim away, you feel something like a rush of water push against one of your legs, somewhere deeper underneath, but you're unsure what it was from.
Okay.
So now you can keep going if you'd like.
Can I use my action to get out?
Yeah, you can expend your action so you can dash and get your movement again. So
Great.
you crawl out of here and immediately begin sort of like, you kind of at least feel somewhat okay because of your gleaming coat you have on. Besides all other areas of your body covered in this goop, your gleaming coat has kept a large majority of it from sticking on you, burning into your clothes.
Then can I use the bonus action?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do Mantle of Inspiration and up to 5 of my allies. Gain twice a die roll and temporary HP, which I'll get to that in a moment, and then can use their reaction to move their speed towards me without an opportunity attack.
Wow, nice. Okay.
Twice the die and temporary HP. Okay, so then I'm gonna roll for temporary HP. Which I, for some reason... Oh, 1d8. Plus 5, I think. Okay, everybody, ta-da! You get 12 temporary
Holy
hit
shit.
points.
That's amazing.
And I'm done.
And,
How much?
and so, 12. So what do we do about the movement?
You can use your movement speed as a reaction to come closer to me without opportunity attacks.
Right now?
As a reaction, it says.
So it's a reaction to your thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, sweet. So it's difficult terrain, right, Jason?
Yes, double movement to swim out of here.
10, 20,
I'm already half. So
30, 35.
10,
And technically, this is not the start of your turns. So
30.
don't take the acid damage if you're able to.
Oh, good shit, Glosse. That's
35? Would that be 35? Or do I just stay here for 35?
You have to make it the full amount.
Yeah,
to
it's
move
gotta be
the
the
next
full
square.
amount. So if
Okay.
you're midway, then you at least get there. Yeah, you guys see a startled and crazed Sunkong trying to doggy paddle his way out of here.
That's
Rayon
awesome.
is going to actually just move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or no, it has to be towards you, doesn't it?
Yes, it
5,
does.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. But we'll say that she at least has some temporary HP. And Rinkaz.
Oh, he said he was gonna be RB.
I'm back.
Oh.
You can
Just go
move each space swimming through this roiling acidic lake is double your movement, but Glace used her mantle of inspiration so you can swim towards her without occurring in any type of opportunity attack.
She's the best.
You can go ahead and swim that way.
Get the hell out of this
Are you able to
place.
get all the way over there?
Yep, that's 30.
It's doubled.
Yeah, it's doubled when you're swimming.
Ah, okay. This place sucks.
Alright. Pretty good, Glace. Very, some good ingenuity there. Anything else?
That was it.
That was all on Glace's turn. Nicely done. Sun Kong. As Sun Kong,
Grunts.
starting your turn in this roiling acid, you take 15 points of acid damage. And you have your temporary HP. And as you are trying to make your way and swim out of this acidic roiling tub, does 17 hit your AC?
No. No, it does not.
You feel a rush of water.
No, I'm
brush
sorry.
past-
Yes, it does.
Oh,
17
it does? Okay. Let's see then. That's. I love this music. It's so calm.
This is good.
A lashing, what feels like some type of pseudopod or tentacle, strikes your underbelly as you're trying to swim out of here for 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oh god. It's horrifying.
But you're able to crawl your way out, so. Sunkong begins to just sort of furiously wipe away the acidic liquid from his coating his fur. Anything else, Sunkong?
No.
Exploding up from the surface of the water,
Okay. Oh no.
a
Oh,
roiling
dear.
mass of tentacles appears. They lash around violently, splashing the water around, but don't seem able to immediately hit you. Probably just invigorated into action from you guys falling into this vat. Aesop, you are up. Do you want to do anything in particular to help your buddies get out, or?
I'd like to make a nature check.
Okay.
It's 11.
What are you trying to suss out?
I want to. It looks like we're inside of a giant stomach. Are we in fact inside of a giant stomach?
Looks like you may be inside the stomach or some lower in intestinal tract area of some massive beast.
Oh. I fear we've wound up inside of the stomach of something. How troublesome. Aesop's demeanor has totally changed, by the way. He's much more collected now. Oh, here, what was your name again? Renkaz?
Yes.
Sputtering in acid.
Yeah, here, I'll extend my cane out to him so he can get some leverage. But I guess he'll be able to move in on his turn anyway. So.
Well, make a strength saving throw.
Oh God, why are you doing this to me, Jason?
And if you succeed with a DC here, I'll let you pull Rinkaz out.
Oh, nice. Probably didn't succeed. Aesop is a weak little baby.
Yeah, you see Aesop extend his cane, Rinkaz, and you go to pull, but feel as though as you grip with two hands that if you pull too hard you may pull Aesop back in with you, so but at least he's attempting to help you out.
I'm making an effort at least.
Anything else, Aesop?
No, that's really all I got.
Okay. Ilana.
I mean, I'm kind of small, but I can try to help Rinkaz out.
Okay. You step away from Rayon and go to help Rinkaz out.
I mean, she's like a robot or something. So... Alright.
Gives a shit.
That's it. Help me, I'm dying. I'm sorry, Rayon, but you're like a robot or something.
Ugh. Well, it's a 2, but I have a -1, so
Oh, Jesus Christ.
it's a 1.
Yeah, similarly to Aesop, Rinkaz, these two little babies are trying to help you, but you feel if you exert any force to shunt yourself out of these bubbling waters or liquid that you may pull her in with you, so you immediately stop, figuring that you just have to wrestle yourself out on your turn.
It's a shame the monkey is mentally challenged, or he may be able to help you as well.
No, he's no help.
Don't worry, it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Anything else, Ilana?
Yeah, I just want to ready my bow in case anything happens.
Okay. Yeah, you see one of these multi-armed tentacle creatures, maybe part of the stomach itself, you have no idea, writhing around in the waters on the far end, but it doesn't seem like it can move necessarily. Perhaps it's part of the whole creature itself, you're unsure. With that, it is now your turn, Rinkaz. First, you take 22 points of acid damage.
Lord.
But Bailey gave you 15.
12.
Or 12 temp hit points.
Yes.
Alright,
And
so 10.
now you can go ahead and
Looking at poor Rayon, this Ilana didn't help her get digested.
I wouldn't have been able to help her anyways. I rolled a fucking 2 with a -1.
I'm getting the hell out of that. Fuck that.
Yeah, you crawl out. Orion takes some acid damage herself, but she doesn't seem as harmed thanks to Glacé's nicely thrown in mantle of inspiration. She kind of begins waking up. gross, just like yellow, greenish, bile-covered waters liquid off of her. You guys look around and yes, find yourselves in what looks like a gross stomach. As you are just taking abreast of maybe the fact you may be inside of a creature now, abruptly, and probably thankfully to some of you, the droning hold music comes to a stop. And you hear a voice in your minds reverberating, although it doesn't seem like one you recognize. Yes, hello. I've got your solution, and I'm teleporting in a spell scroll that should help.
I hope it doesn't fall in acid.
Ilana materializing close by to you in a glass case with kind of cork stoppers at each end is what looks like a container with a spell scroll inside. You hear in your mind, each of you, try this out and let me know if it solves the issue.
Okay, let's open that bad boy and try it out. What do we need to do to make the scroll?
Ilana or Glace, you guys picking it up?
Sure.
Okay. As you guys go to grab that scroll, splashing up from the surface, another pair of running tentacles.
Okay, well. Good thing we're
Faster! Open it!
It slaps the waters near you, Sun Kong, as you kind of jump, but doesn't seem able to reach you.
Wouldn't it be a shame if you just fell in?
Wow. Who's opening it?
Why are you like? I don't want to open it now. That
I'll
he's,
open
like,
it.
asking all these
I will.
questions.
Lana gives it to me. I will gladly open it.
Glace, you pop one of the cork stoppers and do that thing where you sort of like turn it upside down, and because it's like wrapped up and it rolls out, and untie the tie that holds it together and unfurl the scroll. Written on common in it, you find that the scroll is a spell scroll of water breathing.
I don't
Excuse
think
me.
this helps.
Operator,
Yes.
this is not a teleportation scroll. I think you sent us the wrong thing.
I'm sorry. I thought you were a different case. You must have been transferred to me. I should be able to provide help, though. What's your case number?
He didn't tell us our case number.
No,
He did tell us the case
Wait.
number.
He didn't tell us our case number.
Oh.
So, you never received a case number?
No.
Not that I can remember.
Let's say it's sobbing into the scroll.
I'm looking into your case now. I think I may understand the problem. Go ahead and jump into the portal that I'm going to be opening up here in a short minute. This should take you where you want to go.
We want to go back to Neogokyo.
Yeah, we want to go back to Neogokyo. Can you get us back to Neogokyo?
Correct. The portal up ahead should take you straight there. Up above you guys.
Well,
Apparating.
You say should. Why do you say should?
It's better than nothing. Let's go.
No, this diarrhea.
I'm so tired. I'm covered in whatever this is.
I mean, good vocab. This is actually literally a cesspool. Suckhog.
Let's leave the monkey. We don't have time to wait for him.
He's still on a leash,
I
right?
will grab him by the leash. I don't care if he chokes, and I will.
Oh, now he's on a
Sorry, guys, I don't think I could stomach being here any longer.
Oh my
You're
god.
blocked, muted. I don't ever want to hear you talk.
Oh, that was a good one.
And you all together with Sun Kong on leash in tow jump through the teleportation circle.
Yes, I believe I lost my appetite.
I just had to digest the situation.
You're literally the worst human being that ever existed.
No. Oh.
Jumping through, hoping that each jump may be the one to take you home.
Oh my god.
Where are we now? Somebody's butthole. You can't
Hey,
show
that
that
could have
stuff
been
on Twitch,
someone's
you know.
butthole.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not. I don't think
Big
with all that
monster's
acid.
beehole.
What do you have? Like, what do you? That's too acidic.
You, you hear a voice in your head. Hello, this is Jeff from the Overwatch team.
hi,
God.
this is Jeff with the Overwatch team.
We're adding in another character that's fucking overpowered.
We're gonna nerf Winston. We're reducing his intelligence to 1.
Oh, it's funny.
That sounds fun.
Water, water everywhere.
Oh, what are those?
You open your eyes to the blurry, wet environment around you. You appear to be underwater.
I'm ready to die.
The
Read that
glowing,
scroll! Read that scroll!
the glowing bioluminescent eyes of darting predatory creatures gives you some vision, but their sharp teeth don't offer much comfort.
I read that scroll, fam.
Can I subtly drown Sun Kong in water?
Unfortunately, guys, you cannot read scrolls underwater.
Oh, we just dive in. We're done. We're dead.
Like fully underwater?
No, I try to grab Glace and point like whatever my inner ear perceives as the surface, you know.
Okay.
You guys appear to be deep underwater. Rules for drowning. A creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier,
Oh, fuck you, Jason!
with a minimum of 30 seconds.
Wait. I can hold my...
1 plus con modifier?
Okay, 1 plus con mod. Okay.
Correct. That's
So 2
minutes.
minutes.
And if you have negatives to your con, you at least get a minimum of 30 seconds.
Well, look at me, I get 30 seconds.
Yes, Sun Kong's finally good.
When a creature is out of breath, they can survive for a number of rounds equal to their constitution modifier with a minimum of 1. And at the start of their next turn, after the time passes, they drop to 0 hit points and begin dying.
Yay!
It took like 50 games in 1 year, but I can finally use my last racial ability. Hold breath. I can hold my breath for up to 15 minutes at a time.
Hey, can you bring me to the top?
Actually, you're fine as a lizard folk. You'll probably be okay down here completely.
You
These
can't fire your gun, so.
half humanoid, half aquatic-looking creatures surrounding you stare at you hungrily. I'm gonna need you guys to roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, no.
Underwater combat.
Great. Can we end this quickly and die like in a matter of 30 seconds, please? Can they just rip my throat open?
30 seconds is what? So a round is what? 6 seconds?
Every round is 6 seconds, correct?
Yeah. And then well, a turn is 6 seconds. A round is...
Yeah.
Wait, wait. You're
Every
right.
round, 6 seconds.
Yeah, I
every
hope
round.
not every turn is 6 seconds.
Okay, so if you don't have a swim speed, everything is difficult terrain.
Attacking underwater, as far as I know, gives you disadvantage, and ranged weapons can be used at disadvantage, but only to their first range step. You can't go beyond that.
Hello, Big Deborah.
I wanna make a nature check on these guys.
Sure.
What the fuck are these babies? It's a 16.
You gather from the look of these creatures that these hungry-looking babies are deep scions.
Sounds nice.
At least from maybe the stuff you read, they at one point were, or at least the lore behind it, whether true or not, they were people stolen from the shore, saved from sinking ships, and offered a terrible bargain by an undersea power. ritual turning them into the creatures themselves. They are cold-hearted killers and
Oh.
hungry.
Oh. Guys, can you imagine if Kaz was still alive right now? He would just fry everyone in the water at once.
Everyone, yeah.
Except for himself, because he didn't take damage from his own lightning. Everybody put in your initiative.
This last guy rolled real shitty. Everybody got their initiatives in? Except Rayon, because she's not fighting, she's just drowning. Okay, Deep Scion is up first. He swims into you guys, closing in to a delicious looking little, what he assumes, bird. He is
I
going
would-
to try to bite and claw you.
Fuck you!
Aesop arcane blood. Nothing but blood. It's all blood.
Chomps down with a bite for 16 versus AC.
That is a miss, as you see Aesop sort of stop his bite with his cane. Like he bites his cane, you know, instead of...
And similarly goes to rend sort of like an uppercut with sharp webbed claw. For the exact same score, you happen to dodge this one too, even underwater.
Aesop's pretty tanky.
Nice, nice. Good to have. Good to have.
Yeah.
What a guess.
Yeah. He used to be like a fencing guy. He knows fencing and stuff.
Sun Kong, you are up.
No. So I hate to say it, but with Sun Kong's current state of mind, I don't think I'd be aware enough to fight. I would just be panicking.
You'd probably just try to go to the surface immediately, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think I would be able to fight right now. I would just be frantically panicking, trying to get out of the water.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I mean, that's
I buy it.
yeah.
Sure. Makes sense
So-
to me.
I don't know if I can tell, but yeah, I'm also like you said, trying to see if I can get my bearings and figure out what way is up.
Glace, the area around you is frighteningly to see the fact that you're deep underwater already. You feel the tug at a rope that you keep a tight grip on, seeing Sun Kong himself trying to swim towards the surface.
I let it go.
Okay, you feel like you are deep underwater.
I don't know that.
Oh, I feel like I'm deep underwater.
You feel like the outside of this area here, yes, there is a pervasive darkness.
Oh,
I
like we
will
won't
hold on
even
to
make
it.
it.
I will
Yeah.
hold on to it.
Yeah, it's like the bioluminescent eyes and markings of these creatures, the only thing lighting the deep waters.
It's like trying to keep your dog from running out in the traffic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Maybe
let's
you could-
say. Sorry.
I was just gonna say maybe you can like charm him to keep him from going with one of your abilities or
On
something.
your turn, yeah. But what I'm thinking is, so this turn I try to swim away, and I realize that she's holding the rope. Next turn I'm gonna try to fight. Oh, like just pull the rope out of your hands.
Okay.
Also keep in mind for casting
But,
spells, if it's something that requires you to speak, you are underwater.
Oh fuck. Well, sorry, Glace.
I'm pretty strong. I think I might be able to hold it.
No.
Green-
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess
Greencast, you're up.
I can move. Yes.
At half
It's
speed.
it's swimming, so half speed. Every space of movement is double.
I'd like to pull up my rapier then.
Okay.
Move up here in front of fish face. Take a stab at him.
Okay.
Ha!
Nice.
Hits.
thought it was at disadvantage.
Oh yeah,
Only
disadvantage,
range.
right.
Oh, all attacks at
This-
disadvantage.
I thought it was.
Let me.
Is it-
You know what? Let's double check.
I'm pretty sure it's just ranged. At least that's what it said. Let's double check.
Let's double check.
Melee weapon. A creature that doesn't have swimming speed, either natural or granted by magic, has disadvantage on attack rolls unless the weapon's a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident.
Fuck. I don't have any of those.
So rapier's okay then, right?
Doesn't say rapier.
Yeah, no, short sword is an actual, like, sword.
I will tell you, these guys look kind of slim and not necessarily bogged down by too much weight in terms of what looks like wearable armor. So they don't look incredibly tough to hit. But I will need you to roll again.
The ranged is crossbow, or that attack roll that has disadvantage unless the weapon's a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin, including a spear, trident, or dart.
So you can throw stuff. That's good.
So I don't know if you have a crossbow, but if you do, you can use that too.
A bayonet is a dagger on the end of my gun.
No, a dagger is a dagger.
Okay. Then I'll
I'll
just
let
use
that
my
count.
gun.
If you've attached it to one of your guns, I'll let that count.
Wouldn't he have to like take it off his gun to use it like that though? Because I mean,
No.
Yeah, it's
the whole point of
well, it's a melee though. Like,
but the whole
I don't
point
know.
of what is how long the weapon is to use.
Not necessarily. There's just weapons that work better in water. It's always been that way in D&D.
yeah.
For
I mean,
for
that's
my
fine,
rules, I remember you attaching that, freak ass. So we should get some use out of it. I'll allow you to make that attack without disadvantage.
Alright, I'll roll for the attack again then.
So wait, he does have disadvantage?
He does
No,
not.
he doesn't not.
Why?
If it's a dagger, it says.
Oh, he's using his bayonet.
Has this-
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought he was still using his rapier. That's why I was confused.
Oh,
Does that hit? 18
It does.
for 6. Do I get my second attack? Or...
Yeah. It's nothing restricting you in terms of that stuff. That hits.
a 7.
That's nice. Very solid damage.
And that's it.
You guys see Rinkaz using the bayoneted end of his rifle, I believe, to stab into this crazy merfolk-like evil creature, this deep scion. Anything else, Rinkaz?
Nope.
It's this one's turn. He's going to swim and try to lunge down on poor baby Sun Kong.
baby.
He's going to try to bite you, Sun Kong, for 11 versus AC.
No.
And then throwing up a clawed hand, strike you for 26 versus AC.
Oh, holy
Well,
Yeah, you could say that hit. You were close. You got it.
He strikes you for 6 slashing damage.
Alright, I got it.
And he is done. Blotsit, you're up.
Okay. Can I attempt to polymorph Sun Kong into a starfish and grab him?
Is it a verbal spell?
Let's see. I thought I checked that, but now I'm doubting myself. Is that where it says V?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay, well I won't do that. I guess I'll die. Does this thing have any metal on it? Or no, that's stupid. I don't really think there's anything I can do in this
Well,
situation.
no. Let him answer the question. Does he have metal on him,
On
Jason?
these, you do not. No, you get the sense that they have a low AC because they're wearing very little that would weigh them down from swimming underneath the deep waves here. So unfortunately not.
I'm done.
Ilana,
Actually,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. I do
No.
have. I just found a cantrip that I
I was gonna say, I
doesn't.
know some of your spells, not all of them.
I have one. Sorry, I have 2, but I don't have a 4th level anymore, so I have 1. I guess I'll swim to this guy to help little Sun Kong and give him Kiss of Wounding.
Ooh. Oh, of course
save.
it's not vocal. You're kissing him. That makes sense.
In combat,
Also gross.
melee spell attack. Okay, so I'm gonna roll to hit him. So I think that's gonna hit. That's a 20, unnatural 20 versus AC. Okay. And he's gonna take 2d4 stand. 2d12 force stand.
You smack your lips on his gross, oily, fishy skin.
Oh god.
A wet kiss. And he reels back in pain, taking
Okay,
That's a good cantrip.
I'm
That's
done.
pretty cool.
That's cool.
Iolana. You
I'm gonna
throw a
move.
hand up to your mouth, realizing you are deep under the waves.
I'm gonna move there, and I'm gonna use my crossbow. I'm gonna do sneak attack on that one,
Okay.
and then on my. Oh well, I have to hit the shot first. So hang on. That is 23.
Rinkaz, you feel the rush of water as a bolt flies past your head, striking the scion who is attempting to bite into your new Kinku buddy.
Holy crap!
That's gonna be 10, 11, 12, 14, 18 damage. Is he dead?
He reels in pain as the bolt strikes him in the chest. Blood sort of pulls out in that cloud, but he's not dead.
Okay. Then I'm going to hit the other. My second attack, I'm going to go for that guy.
Okay.
But I'm going to use Assassinate.
He has
Since
not
he hasn't
moved
taken.
yet.
Yeah, he hasn't taken a turn yet. I rolled a 1 and a 2. I don't think either one of these are gonna hit. 9,
You rolled a natural one.
but I get advantage, so I
Oh,
rolled
I see.
a 1 and a 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was the total? 9?
9.
They're pretty low AC, but unfortunately higher than that. So you fire off a
figured.
bolt, but due to the distance and kind of like not being totally used to using your stuff underwater, you see it go towards him, but just is a little off because of the underneath the water.
Okay. And that's it.
Okay, Aesop.
Huh. What to do? Realizing that Rinkaz and Ilana are probably way more effective underwater than Aesop will be. I guess his main goal here is to just make sure that they stay alive? Fuck. I'm gonna move here. Swim here.
She, Rayon is still with you and points out that she can at least fire off a magic missile each encounter.
Oh yeah, fucking hit this bish.
She points a finger and a zap of arcane energy blasts into the creature for 3 damage.
Alright. So, I guess you guys see Aesop kind of, like, gesture to you, like, don't worry. Like, he takes his rapier and he stabs it into his chest.
Into his own chest?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a thing. And when he pulls it out, it sort of like has this crystallized blood on it. So his rapier is now like tipped with like this like scintillating crystallized blood,
There's
and there's
almost
like
a
a little.
confused look on the deep science face in front of you.
Yeah. So my my max HP is reduced by 7, which I believe puts me at 59 because I have temporary hit points.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna attack this guy, I guess, with disadvantage. So that's an 11 to hit.
That just meets.
Nice. He takes 11 piercing damage, and also I think this is the right macro. 6 cold damage from this crystallized blood on my rapier.
He is not looking terribly great, but still standing as you stab him with this now kind of cool looking, although kind of morbid, crystallized blood cane as you strike into him with it.
And I'll try to attack him again.
Sure.
12 to hit.
Hits.
And that is going to be 11 piercing damage and 2 cold damage.
The water around the area you almost see has a bit of reflectiveness to it, as if it's almost hardening as Aesop stabs again into the creature. For what was the total?
13 total on that second hit.
He's not looking so good now.
Alright, that's it for Aesop.
Alright. Lastly is this Voik down here. In swimming. And swims this way, seeing his buddy being attacked.
No.
He attempts to bite into you, Aesop, for 17 versus AC.
That is a miss.
Frustratingly, he reels back, throwing a clawed hand to try and strike you for 19 versus AC.
That's a hit.
He stabs in, or slashes across your back for 7 points of slashing.
Shasha.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
The deep
sorry,
scion, seeing, were you going to do anything there, Aesop?
No, I have nothing for that.
The top of the round, deep scion, seeing that you have stabbed into him, Brinkaz, and trying to make sure that they take on all of you, is going to attempt to bite and claw you. He, opening his mouth, you see like the predator look as the sides of his face give way and open up into 2 large flaps as he goes to try to haunch down onto your shoulder for 18 versus AC. Brinkaz?
Oh, you said to me. I thought you said Aesop. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, Brinkaz. He's trying to attack you.
What was the total again?
18.
You dirty, evil fish monster. That's my armor class you hit.
He bites into you for 8 piercing damage.
Alright.
Pulling
See how
away,
it's-
he goes to rend you with a claw for 14 versus AC.
Miss.
Alright.
No rend cause for you.
Sun Kong.
Aesop likes your jokes.
Okay. I am gonna make a strength check to try to pull the rope from Glacé's hands.
Brinkaz, you see bubbles leaving Aesop's mask. Make a strength check, Sun Kong.
Oh, that was, well, the 17, 17 plus 1. So 18.
18. Make what would it be, a strength saving throw, Glacé?
Oh, a saving throw?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I'll just roll it and roll 20 then. Okay.
Oh no.
Sun Kong
Why did you
Once I
do
wanted
that?
the
furiously pulls free of your grip and begins
and
to...
I will, yeah, try to swim in the direction I think is up.
Okay. He begins to
Yay!
leave the group and swim upward away from the battle.
I'm not very fast though. I swim like 15.
Okay, so he's not making a whole lot of headway, but he is slowly leaving the group. Rinkaz, you're up.
Oh, and that is number 4. We left.
And you guys should be keeping track. That was one round. We're in the second round. Keep track of how much time you have.
Yeah, I'm counting down in chat, so I don't.
Can we die already? Oh my god.
There's like,
Rinkaz, you're up
Kaz. Oh, Rinkaz.
Rincat.
I'm gonna stab him with bayonet 2.
now. Okay.
Eat shit.
That's gonna.
Is that a crit for you?
I was thinking that, and I don't know. I would.
That's why I'm asking. Yeah, I don't know.
Is a dagger on the end of a
This is
stick still counts as
per
a
those-
dagger?
Yeah, as per those rules, it's attached as a bayonet to the end of your rifle, but for all intents and technical purposes, it counts as a dagger.
That's a crit then.
Fuck
Isn't
yeah.
it 1920 on daggers?
No.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
in
say,
3.5.
unless
me
you
alone.
have some type of feed or something like that,
For 5.
you still definitely stab the shit out of him.
He's still up.
He's bleeding profusely now. Your vision is almost blurred to see him from the cloud of blood forming around him, but he is badly wounded but still standing. Or
Why won't you
swimming.
die?
It
14
hits.
hit?
Yep.
Okay. For 6.
What's it look like when you stab him to death?
I'm gonna hit him once, and then think of Mortal Kombat finisher. I'm just gonna keep stabbing him again and again and again and again and again.
Aesop, you see blood pull from this creature. A cloud that almost begins to envelop the two of you.
I would like to
Uh-oh. Lungs of water.
Well, interestingly, you don't see Aesop reacting adversely to this.
I'm gonna use my second wind to heal myself.
Okay, yeah, you grit your teeth and using a surge of your just lizard folk strength, ready yourself and kind of recuperate your wounds.
I grit my teeth and stir the crock pot.
Start to crawl.
Oh, for
Well,
fantastic.
you know.
Better than nothing.
In my head, I start pressing 1 for customer service or whatever, and saying, "Please help, get us the hell out of this water planet or whatever the hell we're in."
It has one of those menu systems where you have to say customer service. There's not a number prompt.
Ah, crap! I pressed 3 for Elvish. Damn it!
Anything else? Nothing
Just-
happens when you do that, by the way.
Then I
Fuck.
swear, and I just look to the other one and end my turn.
Glacé, there is a hungry-looking deep scion who turns your way, seeing the monkey beginning to move away from the two of you, and he seems to look at you with a hungry look on his face and tries to bite into you for 14 versus AC.
I have a reaction.
Okay.
I have a reaction. I'm going to, you know, those little vials of blinding powder that I used last combat to protect Ilana. I'm gonna take one, and I'm going to stab it into my open chest wound to amplify the effect,
Oh.
causing me to take more damage.
Oh.
And I will toss the blinding powder, I guess, like through the water, and create a cloud of blinding powder around this deep scion. So that is, I'm going to take 4 damage as I bleed out, but the creature has disadvantage on this attack roll and its next attack roll because it's amplified.
Oh, nice. So I have to roll twice, take the lower result. Second one is a 9.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. He uses his second attack roll to try and swing a sharp claw into you with disadvantage, though, as you kind of hear him yell in sort of a muffled underwater version as bubbles come out, and slashes for 13 versus AC at disadvantage.
No.
Nice.
He's unable to hit you in this cloud of blinding powder that has been thrown from Aesop. Missing. And with that, you are up, Glossy.
I try to kiss this baby again. I rolled an 18, so I'm assuming I'm gonna hit him.
Totally hits.
Oh my god, that's
Poor
a deadly ass kiss.
Holy shit, this is a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Toll the Dead.
Holy
Same
fuck.
dice.
He reels back from what you assume, what is this, force damage, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, you give him a kiss and it's almost like a delayed, like, just sharp blow to the head. He reels back, almost hit by an invisible presence, grabbing both sides of his head, and again, a muffled yell coming from the creature.
I guess as a bonus action, I'm gonna use Distracting Beauty and gain +5 to my AC for 1 minute.
Swirling motes encompass you as your form gives off a luminescence that lights more of the area. And 2 of the deep signs look your way, almost enthralled by the swirling motes around you.
Neat.
Anything else, Clausen?
No, I'm done.
Ilana, you get yourself ready to go as you hear a voice begin to surge into your mind.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, sorry. Looks like I sent you guys to the wrong place. Stand by just a moment for teleport.
Oh, Jesus.
A scintillating light begins to surround each of you. And with a puzzled look on the creatures' faces.
Can I ready my crossbow when we teleport?
Sure. With a confused look on their faces, you guys feel the flashing brilliance of the light surround you as you begin to teleport once again.
Thank God, because I was like, well, I guess I have to send Rayon after Sun Kong, otherwise he's just gonna drown.
Yeah. I really thought, I'm like, well, this is it. I'm dead, guys. I'm not gonna be able to hold my breath.
Dreams definitely don't come true.
Say I hate so much.
Poor Sun Kong.
It's not his fault!
Mm,
I think
It is.
Glossa's, like, tragically, like, she's done with anything portals for life. Like, this is it. She's gonna be triggered if she
She's
sees
been
one.
traumatized to the nth degree.
Yeah.
The only other character other than this one that I've played for an extensive amount of time like this had like PTSD for portals after getting sucked into different realms. She would often punch walls and stab herself to see if it was reality or not, so
Well,
thanks for PTSD for another character.
I don't know.
With a splash down onto what feels like hard floor.
Oh, thank God.
Nope. Okay, good. That's 22. All right. Good.
No, we're good. This is safe.
are we?
The portal above you, you look up and see it begin to sort of pull in, and then as it closes up, the portal vanishes.
There's like
Unbelievable, incompetent, inexcusable. 22.
Can I point my crossbow at him?
Talk to your manager.
X-22, seeming to be working on some gadgets and electronics on a table, peers up and says,
Oh, you made it back. But I am guessing from the amount of time it took for you to get here that the experiment was, well...
Complete failure. Yes.
Yes.
Our monk friend has been stricken with feeble mind, something which I'm sure your medical department can help with, considering all we've been through.
Dear feeble mind. Does he still have the canister on his body?
Oh yeah, he had the canister on him.
I did. It was in my backpack.
Oh, Sunkong, come here. Come here.
I don't understand.
I pretend like I have a piece of food in my hand.
I whisper, maybe it's just best we leave him this way.
No,
Alright,
no.
I go towards the food, but I'm.
He's so much better when he doesn't talk, guys. Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Excuse me, little monkey. He calmly sort of reaches in, seeing the top end of the metal canister sticking out from the backpack. I'll just take this and easily.
I'm sitting at his feet, cross-legged, just like panting.
Set it onto the table. Well, it appears as though, yes, as you mentioned, Aesop, was it?
Yes.
Yes, the testing has been concluded. See, the teleportation process was the experiment. Trying to move around while having a portion of the Wyrd cluster synthesize into what we believe to be its more natural gaseous state held inside this canister, hoping that the lead lining would prevent the altercations that have appeared to befall all of you.
Aesop actually seems less mad now. Oh yes, fairly sound reasoning, I suppose.
If Kong understood, it's like we were test subjects.
Listen, ugly. You don't get to just do this to us.
Oh, you are willing participants, of course. And there's pay involved, as I mentioned before. That's what you people like, right? Money?
Yes, pay, and you will also take the necessary steps to provide a heal or greater restoration ritual to mend the mind of our friend.
Monkey friend.
Oh, but can you make him smarter?
You say he has been affected by a feeble mind, he says, kind of poking at the top of Sun Kong's head.
It makes like a gross squishing noise. He pokes the top of his head.
My wet fur probably would.
He kind of realizes now that you guys are dripping wet. Oh, yes. Bleep, if you don't mind, please clean some of these fellows off. And you see this robot roll over, and its hand forms into like a vacuum and begins to blow off your clothes, Rinkaz.
Blow them all off.
Oh,
Naked lizard.
X-22 looks up and says, I suppose I could help her, but mind you, all we could certainly use he's not here to hear this by all technical standards. He is just another one of our test monkeys. We could send him downstairs and put him in a cage, or we'll gladly pay for
you
it.
definitely. Well, yeah, you can do that.
Oh, okay. What's this bargain then? Well, what's the price you'd like to have?
What do you normally pay?
Oh my god. Is Rinkaz and Glosse letting this happen?
Wait, I'm sorry. I was paying attention to the bird in the bath. What was
No, then yes, it's happening. It's happening.
No. Elon is trying to sell Sun Kong to X-22 for research.
X-22, I'm sorry, but he's part of our Wild Nut crew, and he needs to be fixed.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Aesop's like, oh yes, this is a great idea. You could save the heart from me after you're finished dissecting him.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
definitely.
he's a person. He doesn't have the ability to say yes or no to this right now.
Indeed.
So I mean, is he really a person if he doesn't have the ability to say yes or no?
Yeah, he's currently just like a
damn.
normal, perfectly viable test monkey.
As his guardian, I forbid it.
Shiva.
Very well, I suppose it's not the most agreeable thing to happen to one of your Wild Knot party members.
I consider just shooting him in the head with something.
It's a mercy.
Or X-22.
You, not X-22. He would kill you. I'm not him.
Well then, let's get him restored to his normal state of mind.
To a better state that he fucking prior to this, because he's fucking obnoxious.
Of course. Yes, I understand. Well, as you may be aware, Neogokyo isn't exactly the premier place for restorative properties, but there should be a shop in town that sells various scrolls. I'm sure one of them would hold what you would need in terms of greater restoration.
Let's have a look at that shit.
How
Well,
about this? I will write a personal recommendation and have the maesters fund half of the cost for whatever you'd need from their shop, provided it falls under the exact curative scroll needed for your monkey friend.
Bullshit, half. Fixing me, bitch. You pay for it.
Actually,
I mean,
I feel like we should make that argument.
Yeah. Well,
Man.
this is all your fault, so I believe that you should pay for the full heal or greater restoration.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check.
Oh, let's do. I think I want to do. We'll do intimidation. I'm an angry mom right now. That. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
Ooh,
22
nice.
for X22. Ha.
Oh, well, miss, certainly I wouldn't say my fault. Testing will bring about certain road bumps, but I suppose, how about this? Of course, I am your new representative. We want to start off on the right foot. I am sorry for your predicament. Yes, a full free discount on the greater restorative scroll that you can buy for your ape friend.
Fantastic to a future working relationship, a profitable one at that.
Yes, he says, turning with a little bead of sweat running down his forehead as he adjusts his tie from glossy.
Oh, yes. Now, of course, speaking of that, Aesop, starting off on the right leg, I told you this experiment involved a reward,
He says, pulling up, pushing carefully the metal canister to the side and pulling up sort of like metal, like little, looks like a fish and tackle box sized chest, and opening it. Inside, he pulls out 10 weird bits. These are the condensed ones. They won't cause any teleportation issues, of course.
Nice.
Gives you some candy and a shiny nickel.
Am I the little bit spanker again?
I'm okay with that.
Sure are.
Also,
All right.
Glosse, you gave the recap. You found, strangely, a weird bit in your pocket after you.
Oh, I'll give that to Aesop to keep.
Sweet.
So,
Holding
11.
on to it.
And yes, 2,000 gold.
He says, pulling out a kind of thick, heavy bag and setting it on the table. You hear the clinking of coins inside.
Ooh, my.
This
Well,
is,
then that's-
of course, included with the full discount of the greater restorative spell.
Fantastic.
How much?
Well,
So,
whatever the
I-
cost is, we'll mark it off. We'll pay for it. We'll put it
It's
on the
a-
Maesters tab.
Yeah, so we all get 400 gold each, and the scroll of greater restoration is 2,500 gold.
Yeah,
Oh.
treat them fucking right.
All right.
That would have fucking ate into our profits.
Yeah, thank God we didn't have to pay that.
Whew.
Oh my god.
Good
This,
intimidation roll, Glosse.
yeah, for real.
All right.
So, Jason, my character sheet won't let me go above 3 digits in golds.
What the fuck?
How? I don't know why. What is platinum in this campaign?
10 of whatever the previous.
Okay, cool. I just need a conversion rate.
That's weird. I have over 3,000 on my character sheet.
Oh shit. Ilana
He's
should
got-
be thinking in other
He's-
pockets.
well,
other block.
He's using a
Oh.
specific character sheet
For the blood hunter, yeah.
which is
What?
pretty cool.
Eliana, I paid for some of your things on the ship. Like, you just have to ask, and I'll pay if I have. Like, give it to you. You don't have to thieve from me.
Oh yeah. In case anyone's curious, this like dry iced blood is still crusted on
Bro.
Aesop's
Is it like
cane.
a
Do you
fusion
need
from
help
your
with
chest?
that?
Yes, I'll have to hook myself up to an IV when I get back to my things.
how come you didn't change into, your other half.
Well, I have a hypothesis. I am getting better at managing Subject 22, but I believe 22... that's not you, X22. That's a different 22.
Oh.
I believe he has to perceive the presence of blood via smell.
Oh.
It's also, by the by, given me an extremely acute sense of smell. I have advantage on perception rolls that need smell.
Some conch farts.
Gross.
Ilana, this robot baby is almost finished blowing off the last bits of your cape.
Can I get her to blow dry my hair?
Yes.
It points and begins to blow dry your hair.
Thank you, robot.
Oh, yes. You were also wishing to find. You needed information on something else, correct?
Our friends.
Some type of alloy that you had from these, what I believe to be some type of chronomantic creatures, correct?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Chronotics. You needed
That's right.
more of the alloy of chronotics.
We did,
This
yeah.
mine like a steel trap, he said.
Meanwhile, Sun Kong is drooling on the floor.
I did a little bit of checking during her absence, and we don't have any more like that. However, I pulled a few strings, seeing that I am now the reinstated representative of Wild Knots to help you out. There is a biodome, a place called Viveria 3, on a nearby moon close to Neogokyo. There, I have specifically sent some orders ahead, and if any of you have any sort of data pads or arcane tablets, I'll also make note of it on there for you to allow you entry. It's typically only allowed presence as masterminds, but in this case, I'll cut you a bit of slack. There you'll find our own cultivation of alchemy plants. This will be your way of producing more of this alloy that you need.
Oh, well, fantastic. It sounds like we're well on our way to meeting whatever's that we're tracking you folks down. But we need to head there immediately, but I suppose we have a ship. I can imagine we could bum a ride off of Amarin.
X22, you said you were doing this before? What before you were representative for Masterminds?
Yes, for several years. I was reassigned for a time. They don't really clue me in on who takes my place, but something in my case files about wild experimentation. But what's any scientist with a little wild experimentation?
Oh, that's right.
Yes. Like mines here with Aesop. He's my favorite one of your group.
That's rude.
I mean, I did used to work here. I guess it shows.
Oh, I don't believe seeing you here. Did you work here in the Masterminds experimentation rooms?
No. Hematology labs.
Oh, yeah, a fine place. Hard to get into if you're not of our race, so I respect your position.
Well, I don't work there anymore, so I suppose that says a lot as well.
A turning of a new leaf, I suppose. Just like my reinstatement.
This guy is great.
This baby comes over and begins to blow dry your stuff off. Aesop.
I do that thing from that YouTube video I posted where my feathers get all fucking goofed up. I'm not cute. Stop it. Stop making that noise.
Well, yes, of course. Very sorry, but I promise you won't have the canister on your person. That was simply part of the test to bring it down here successfully. If you are unfamiliar, the labs deep within, you are well closer to the core of Neogokyo, down deep as this point. you'll need to take a teleportation circle back to the
No.
surface.
No!
Oh,
Anything but that!
No,
X32!
don't worry about it, Glosse. Didn't you hear the man? It's fine.
And
We
of
have to.
course- Oh, go ahead, Aesop. I'm
Uh,
sorry.
we have to fix our monkey friend.
Yes. And again, I'll be working on a different sort of lead-lined canister. Perhaps one day we'll be able to actually encase this strange oddity, this anomaly known as the Wyrd, and actually move it successfully from place to place. Unfortunately, this test turned up bunk, but even failed information is good information.
Indeed.
Does the X stand for experiment? What is the-
I'm not exactly sure. They said that they would designate this as my name, and, well, it suits me well enough. X22.
Oh. Okay.
I think I forgot why they've originally called me that.
I mutter under my breath, extremely unqualified.
Nice.
He does not catch that.
How you said you forgot how old are you?
Yes.
Looks older than dirt.
Leave 76, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Couple
7600.
months. 3 days, I believe.
Okay.
I'd be better with the logic unit installed in the mind, of course. They keep telling me that I should get all these pieces of hardware updated, but call me old-fashioned.
You don't want to?
Get around to it eventually.
Yeah, he
Smart
was
as
so
a tack,
excited.
even without it, of course.
So excited to put a metal heart in Kong.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yes.
that voiceless voice, you could certainly take your monkey friend down to our labs and get him reacquainted with a new metal heart, if you wished.
Whenever he has a
say no.
voice.
As much as I would love to send him down there and get my hands on that tasty bionoid heart, I'm afraid we need his willing consent.
Oh, maybe a new monkey brain.
Again, consent important, but yes.
Scorpion's off with that one.
Yes, consent, yes. Sure, of course.
Sure.
That's
Anyway,
what we do, of course.
let's teleport out of here so we can make some kind able
yeah,
to speak again.
He asked for the arcane tablet so that he can mark on there the coordinates to this place called Vivaria 3, as well as kind of writing you guys a personalized note to allow you entry there, stating that typically only Mastermind personnel is allowed.
Okay.
Sick. Let's do it.
So he writes that down, we'll say on Glosse's datapad, who you speak Kaz's, and bids you all farewell. If you need anything, of course, I'm doing a little more testing down here, but I'll be situated back on top. No more having to worry about jumping down here.
No thanks.
Farewell, X22, until we meet again.
Yes, be seeing you hopefully soon. I've got so many more experiments.
No.
I'd say maybe Glosse hears like just a voice outside the periphery. Yes, Aesop will see 22 very soon.
Oh, oh, she shivers.
So yeah, you guys done here? You ready to teleport back up?
Let's fucking get out of here. Get this monkey talking
It's
again.
just like walking in ice cream. Don't look at the teleportation circle. It's just ice cream.
It's just ice cream, Glosse. Delicious, glowy vanilla ice cream. Made of light.
You guys jump through the teleportation circle, and as the sound pulls you guys through, you find yourselves situated back at the old lab and make your way back out. There's a couple other Mastermind technicians in there, and they kind of escort you out. And you guys find yourselves back in the big city, or small city.
I don't
Big
think
small
I like
city.
Neogokyo anymore.
It's a little bright. So where does this voucher go to get the Greater Restoration Scroll?
You guys using the directories and stuff to guide your way need to make your way over to the shopping district to a place called Magiware.
Let's fucking do that.
And there,
Yeah.
if you guys will take a look here, can buy the appropriate scroll.
I already looked it up. It's level 5.
All right, how much is it?
Free!
Oh, it's
After
free.
you
That's right.
hand off the
Free for us.
written
Yeah.
note from X-22 and hand it over to the robot who is at the counter here. It takes it and mulls it over and then swivels around on its lower wheeled body and zooms over to one of the cabinets and inserting a lock and key opens the metal opening sliding door and grabs a scroll out and slides it back and then slides it across the table. Thank you for your business.
Very, very good, very good. All right, Glossy, do you know how to use?
Do I?
I mean, I guess anybody does in terms of game rules.
You pull the string holding the scroll wrapped around, and it's written in common. And you guys, maybe you've never read a spell scroll, but you at least know that it's pretty common as long as you read from the scroll. Even if you're not, I believe it's pretty much even if you aren't a spell user.
Yeah, it just uses whatever your spellcasting ability is. So if you don't have a spellcasting ability, like Aesop would probably have to use Wisdom or something.
I definitely have one.
Yeah, even non-magic users, you guys know that reading from the scroll, just the vocal nature of the words written on here, some of them make sense to you, some of them are a little bit more archaic, they kind of don't make sense, but you get the idea that maybe it's sort of mending the weave, which is the web of magic that permeates the D&D world to cast a spell. So even non-magic users can use it, but after use, the scroll dissipates and sort of just turns into dust and disappears. It's unusable. But anyone can use it.
I start reading it for Sun.
Sun Kong. Oh, go ahead.
I had this is more important. I have a question after, though.
Okay. Sun Kong, you find yourself in the Monkin place.
Oh, nice.
How long have you been here?
What have you told Roshi about where you come from?
I guess I would tell him the truth. You know, I came from.
So just just tell like, so he's asked you this. Just let him know where your background came from before you joined the Wild Knots.
Well, I mean, maybe it was a lie. I guess then. Shit. Yeah, I was a monk on Terra. I lived with monks. They found me when I was young, and they took me in and raised me. At least, I guess maybe not now.
I see. Terra. Is this a nice planet?
It had some really beautiful places. Like the temple, it was gorgeous.
I see from just your subconscious that a place like this, in real life, probably had a certain amount of beauty to it.
It was so peaceful. At least, like I said, at the temple. Lots of people, so, you know, there were cities, and it had its share of crime and trouble, but it definitely had its beauty.
Sun Kong, as you finish this, you look around and the platform you're sitting on, as you look around at the glass facsimiles of the Monkin temples that you used to be surrounded by, begin to fade, and so too does Roshi.
Roshi, wait, hey, what's going on?
You must be waking up, Sun Kong. I'll speak to you soon. Get some
Yes.
rest so that I can fully awaken.
Yeah, still fucking exhausted.
And with that, a flash of light, the surroundings here dissipate, and you find yourself sitting in the Magiware shop on Neogokyo.
He's back. Do you know who we are?
Oh, guys, hey, what happened?
Oh, he is back.
Last I remember, the teleport in that cave, and then we started fighting those, like, I don't know, cultists or whatnot, and then everything, I don't know, everything sort of goes really hazy.
Yes, you were struck by a feeble mind spell, but we are back in Neogokyo now.
Well, I'm glad was it hard to get back? Jeez, I'm glad we're back.
It wasn't too bad.
Okay. Well, thanks. That was weird. I was like, I have no idea how. I was like in my own. I don't even know. I was talking to Roshi, the Pionoid that I'm bonded with.
I see. So it still maintains its own consciousness while it's inside of you.
Yeah, we sort of, I guess, share my body, this body, our body.
I see.
He's still, it's not like, he joins me and he disappears. He's still consciousness within my head that I can usually talk to. Sometimes it's getting easier.
You see, Aesop's face looks a little worried at that.
We seem to be able to understand each other, at least.
Yes. Well, you're back. Welcome back to the land of the living, so to speak.
Yeah, I guess so. That's what it feels like. Oh goodness. So, what's going on? What are we doing again? My head's still kind of fuzzy.
Sure. Nobody else wants to feel that. We have coordinates to get more of this alloy for the chronotics, I think they were called.
Those things. Where do we have to go?
What was the name of the place, Jason?
Glace holds up her arcane tablet, and written on it is Vivaria 3.
Vivaria 3. There you go. That's where we have to go. We can convince Amryn to take us there on her ship.
Oh yeah, that the other chick that we met. Yeah, Amryn. Yeah, where did we leave her?
She's in the hangar bay with the Project 14.
Okay. Was there anything else we do here, guys?
Actually, that's a good question. Do we have anything else we need to do here? I guess we could buy stuff with our money.
I feel like there was something we needed to do.
Yeah, you have any of the shops you'd like to visit. Now, some specific shops you have to travel to, like Sensation, if you want to get a liquid thing, or a slime lady. Those are all available. You guys, Iolana, Rinkaz, you guys specifically took note of a wanted poster from what seemed like a AWOL member of the Syndicate. And then there was also, as Sun Kong had mentioned before his feeble mind bout, that he wanted to get a mastermind upgrade, although I don't know if he still shares that. But that's up to him.
Trying to think how I think about what happened.
I mean, you can always come back. Sure.
Yeah.
So I think didn't Rinkaz and Ilana have some interest in tracking down that AWOL member?
Yeah,
kind of like a bounty hunting.
I'm okay to help with that.
Well, I mean,
could we get another light thrust so I only have one level of exhaustion? Because that would be awesome.
You guys know that you have to drop the scrap widget parts off to Amryn anyway, so that she can finish performing repairs.
Let's just fucking do that.
Okay. But otherwise, yeah, you guys are free to do whatever you'd like.
As long as we can get maybe at least one more good rest in, so I only have one level.
Alright, so I can take the scraps back to Amryn and I'll just rest on the ship. That's where my IVs are anyway.
I was gonna say, you'll probably use to that anyway.
Speaking of that, you guys are more than welcome to actually buy a night at the Capsule Hotel. Likewise, yeah, you guys know that the other members that came with you, the Tabaxi and Ukog and stuff, they sort of made a makeshift area that was outside of the ship but in the empty warehouse where they could kind of get some rest and stuff. So you guys wouldn't be as comfortable as the hotel, but you could still have a makeshift area to sleep for free if you'd like to rest.
Is Is Big Cat out there?
Yeah, he stayed out there because you remember as you guys were heading out of the warehouse, both he and Brass Bell mentioned that they don't really like the rain as Tabaxi, so probably not used to it being from their very hot desert planet too. So
They try.
they preferred to stay in there and just get some rest after everything that happened.
Bring tall cats some booze.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Tall Cat.
Yeah, the ball's in your court. You guys also remember if you
I'll say.
if you guys wanted an extra hand for whatever, there's also the newly set up Helper's Hand Guild.
This poor innocent NPC that will die on our next
Yeah, it's
mission.
up to you. It's up to you. You guys can go
I have something, Jason. That this is what I was referring to earlier. Like, so now that Aesop's got a little bit of pocket change, he's thinking maybe. So he has a blackboard and chalk, because like previously that's how he communicated with Hush.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's wondering if he could maybe like upgrade that with like some kind of like digital display or something, so he could more easily type out what he's trying to say to Hush.
Well,
Like when they actually meet face to face.
yeah, you know that's pretty much your standard arcane tablet, and
Okay.
you know Glosse has one. But if you
Oh,
wanted one
okay,
separately,
cool.
you could buy it.
No, I think I could probably just stick with
I
the
will just give
chalkboard then.
him. I can just give him the one I'm holding.
Nah, I think you should keep it. It's got like historical significance.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I can always just borrow it for when I meet up with again.
Okay. Yeah, she shows you, and it's like a set of letters in common appear on screen, and you're able to either just write down or just kind of press these symbols, and it types in what you'd like.
Well, then I am good to just drop off that metal, put some blood in my body, and fall asleep.
Okay, so Aesop is heading back towards the abandoned warehouse in the outer rim of the city so that he can give the scrap over to Amryn so that they can do the rest of the ship repairs. Is anyone else going with him? What's everyone else doing?
I want to go to the ship.
I'll just go rest at the ship too. Yeah, it's free.
Okay.
I don't need much.
Does everyone want to go to the ship and just get a rest in?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just do that.
You guys, it's not labeled here on the map, but like outside of the major city here, as you're walking down the streets, the crowds of mixtures of races begin to slim out, and the structures of buildings and businesses begin to slowly disappear. And you come across, as you originally came in, just a number of, some are dilapidated, some are in a decent state, just old warehouses that you assume was either used for older business or some other projects, and now are either waiting renovation or what else have you. But yeah, you guys find the one that you originally came out of and enter into it, and notice all of your friends and the rest of the group is kind of over in a corner, resting, relaxing. You notice Tall Cat and Brass Bell chatting to one another, eating some rations. And X-23 and Cregan are over in a corner. X-23 is sort of flipping through a book. And Ukog is somewhere in between. You also hear the sound of what sounds like some work being done inside of Amryn's large ship that's in this hangar bay. So, what do you guys do?
Can we just enter the ship?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can, so that you have your tokens and everything. Everyone kind of meets up with you and is glad to see that you're back. If you guys want to do any roleplay with them, you can. But we'll say, for the sake of simplicity, that you guys kind of enter into Amryn's ship again.
Sweet. I walk up to her and I tell her that we have the widget parts that she needs, and I'll give those to her.
You go.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Fuck.
okay.
I'm in glacé mode.
Yeah, that's right.
You're two
Lots-
people.
Amber would thank him and probably get right back to work.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she has what looks like some type of instrument in her hand. Short but hot-looking fire spits out of, and she continues making some adjustments. You guys see those weird holographic humanoid creatures that remind you of Kui, and remind you that you may have seen a similar form of this person last season deep within your own ship, as it kind of moves around, instructing each other and probably seemingly in their own way making repairs to the Project 14.
Neat. Where would Aesop be keeping his like IVs, stuff like that, blood bags?
That is completely up to you, wherever you set it up on the ship.
Oh, what's a good spot? How about
this lift that kind of lowers out from under the ship so you guys can step onto it and pulls you back up. This can take you to any of the floors, so wherever you want to jump to, you certainly can.
how about this drug addicty looking corner over here?
Yeah, there's like a little steel door that you're able to slide, and inside it's kind of a low light lit area, but it's got all your stuff kind of set up out of the way inside here.
Okay, I'll just immediately sit down, kind of.
Like a chemo patient, you get into your chair,
Yeah.
and relax, and plug in.
Yeah.
Little crack addict corner.
Oh.
Since we don't need the prayer room for Kaz as much, I mean, we still need it for Mr. Kong over here, but we'll turn one corner into the cracked den for you.
Thanks.
For little baby bird.
I'm gonna give a brass ball. When we were at that shop, I bought some of those, like a nicer set of leather working tools, or like just general tools in general, like a base set from the shop. I'm gonna give those to her and ask her about leather working.
Oh, thank you, honey. Oh, I do all types of stuff for that. Leather, metal, I work it all, honey.
Works everything.
I do appreciate this gift, though.
Not a problem.
I want to talk.
So you want to fuck or what?
Oh shit. I just want to talk Cregan's ear off and X-23, tell X-23 all about X-22 and about the horrible things that he put us through. And then I want to just ramble on to Cregan about, just random shit about us being, basically the same thing.
Do you guys remember when Cregan was the big bad villain of season 1?
Yeah.
And now Glossy's like comic relief, just chatting with him.
Remember how we're supposed to be best friends from long lost age, and I still haven't said other than hi to him?
He's my best
Asshole.
friend now.
I
You
mean-
can take him.
Cregan has what looks like a nearly polished off glass of alcohol, and is laughing
right
at
he
a
does.
large majority of the things you're telling him, Glace.
Oh,
X-23
cool.
looks up to at least acknowledge your presence, but seems to have his head still deep within a book that he's flipping through.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But they both listen to you.
Okay. That's all I had for that.
Okay. Sun Kong, Yolani, you guys want to do anything other than just kind of get your rest in?
Yeah, I tell Big Cat that I have. That's his name, right?
Tall cat.
Big Cat, Tall Cat.
Big cat.
Tall
Oh,
cat.
he's two,
You're
he said.
you're negging him. You're like, yeah, your name's Big Cat, right?
Oh my God, no. I tell Tall Cat that I brought him back some gifts too, and I give him one of the alcohol bottles I had. I don't remember which one I had.
Oh. Perhaps during our downtime here, we make use of this. You and I.
Oh my god.
I mean, and I look around and I'm like, seems like downtime to me.
There's like a studio audience. Ooh.
Iolana and Tallcat go to some area of the ship and begin drinking their alcohol.
Quit moving my shit around.
Sorry,
What is
I'm
this
sorry.
plant doing right here,
It's all on
Jason?
the
It's supposed to
token
be over
ladder.
here.
What is
Wrong
it?
with you? This plant that everyone's stepping on. That's
Oh,
not supposed
why is
to
it
be
over
there. Why is it over there?
Is it where is it right here?
It's good enough.
Oh,
No, that's in front of the door.
There it is.
No,
Where's,
that's in
like-
front of, it's over here,
Oh,
seriously.
here in the corner.
Oh my god. What, there's no like rooms on this ship? Or
Yeah, what you see, every area like this right here has a door closed to it. There may be some
Oh.
weird holographic rage jars in whatever room you enter. But if you
There's
zoom,
no,
if
like-
you scroll down and up, you'll see there's like there's 3 stories of this place.
Yeah,
I
out
just
of,
couldn't tell like there's no rooms with like bedding or anything.
out of character, this ship is like intended to be like a giant railgun. Essentially, there's not really much else on it.
Yeah, you look around, you don't notice any rooms necessarily with a bed in it.
I'll just go in that room then.
Tallcat enters in here with
Oh baby.
Yeah, this is like the most unintimate place ever. There's just all these Ragear clones, just like
Guns.
Yeah, a Ragear clone who seems to be manning some type of console looks over to you guys to acknowledge and turns back, and Tallcat looks over his way and looks back at you and just shrugs and kind of cheers with the
Yeah,
alcohol with you.
I just shrug too. Like at this point, like there's nothing here.
You guys begin drinking.
Sweet.
sweet.
That's great.
Mr. Manhattan over here. Floating with 40 clones around the damn ship.
Sun Kong, you doing anything now that your mind is returned back to you?
Sleeping. I like go find a cot or a corner or something and just I go and sleep. Maybe Ukog can show me if there's a place to sleep. I don't care. I need a. So tired.
She, like I mentioned when you guys left the warehouse, they sort of grabbed a couple blankets and rugs that I'm sure either Aesop or Amryn had just collected over some of their months working in this warehouse. And you guys make wherever you'd like on the ship, you can take Ukog with you and you guys can make a makeshift rest area.
Yeah, sure.
She's controlled by all players. She goes with you. And you guys go and rest. So yeah, you guys each kind of take your corners of the ship and wherever you set up, enjoy your rest.
I wanna crack a cold one with Cregan and continue drinking and talking.
Oh shit, another one? Oh.
Yeah,
How
it's gonna
can I
be
say no to that? Maybe I could get you guys loose enough to talk about my plans and telling everyone about what happened between us. On Sigil, huh? Huh? Huh?
He's an angry drunk.
Maybe another time.
You went evil and try to kill everybody? Huh?
No.
And I'm the bad guy, he says, taking a drink.
We were mind controlled, first of all. We weren't evil.
You turn his way and he's zonked out.
Good.
He's been drinking for some time, X23 says.
Can I get a marker and write on his forehead?
Oh god.
I'm sure there is some type of writing utensil somewhere on the ship.
Well,
Yes.
Cregan's knocked out, so now I have to talk his ear.
Oh, fantastic, X23 says.
I'm gonna get a little pen and draw towards his mouth that says "endless void of space," and then just walk away laughing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Got
so
him.
you guys get your long rest in. You can adjust your HP and everything.
Yes.
Sun Kong, I believe you're down now to 1 level of exhaustion.
It's like,
Yes, just one. Just one.
Holy
So-
shit, you're still exhausted?
I had 3 levels, and this is only our second rest since
Damn.
we fucking fought. All that shit went down. I thought we were gonna. I'm like, oh, the last episode, 3 levels of exhaustion. By the time
I think you had
gone,
4
but-
technically.
Fuck.
3 or 4 or something like
It
that.
might have been 4. Yeah, that
That's
makes
crazy.
sense. Actually,
It's okay at this point though. All you have is disadvantage on all.
on
Skill
ability
checks.
checks. Yeah, so it's not
so
horrible,
Jeez.
but still sucks. Yeah.
he's getting gradually less tired.
Cameron, you take the time to go around the ship, and wherever there were some slight altercations to the pieces of the ship that sort of had the surge from traveling back here, you use the widget parts that the group bought you and sort of reapply, remove some of the broken coils and wiring and replace it with the widget parts. And within a long rest, everything on the ship is fixed.
Nice.
Nice.
With that, if you guys want, I say we take a 5-minute pee break and then we'll finish our last hour. How's that sound?
I'm gonna stir that crock pot.
Okay.
Pee pee berg.
Let's stir that crock pot and come back in 5 minutes. guys have some cash. So
Money, 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 money.
I'm back.
all right. You guys got your long rest in. You all awaken 12 hours later. Amron, ship is repaired and good to go. You have a number of children spread throughout the ship, resting and
What?
sleeping.
I totally heard you say the ship was filled with dead children.
Also gross.
Awesome.
Don't lie to me.
No.
Here we are. Time to exterminate every one of these dead babies.
Hire an exorcist.
Hmm.
So I imagine at some point we would have mentioned that where we need to go.
Let's roleplay. You guys wake up. What do you do?
Well, I mean,
All right.
now we're gonna try to do the bounty thing, right?
Oh fuck, that's right. I totally forgot. There's a thing Rinkaz and Ilana wanted to do to get some more cash. There was like an AWOL person to get tracked down.
Love that cash.
I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
What's everybody else think? You good?
If it was real life, I'd probably go back to bed, but let's kill some people. I mean, hunt down a bounty of someone who was forced to be our friend.
You're a bounty hunter, Rinkaz. What's the first step?
Get
do we
information on where he's at.
Okay, where do we start?
Rinkaz, Iolana, you guys both
That
remember
drug
seeing
den?
spread throughout the city in certain areas, usually sort of plastered along the walls in between some alleyways, but more specifically you do remember at the very least seeing a couple of the posters and a couple empty chairs in the restaurant you guys had entered previously last session, that you might be able to grab that note and at least get some insight again. Like,
Yeah, let's head there and start with that.
okay, you guys begin to set out. I'm assuming everyone is going.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yes.
Yo.
Let's see. I think I'll stay in the ship and catch up with Amron. Rayon tells you.
Sounds good.
Sounds
You've been through a lot just like we have.
Yes, that was quite the adventure. I now understand some of the craziness you all go through, she said. If it's any consolation, though, I accept it after what I put you through.
Oh, honey. We're over it. Don't worry about it.
She kind of smiles meekly, but she seems appreciative of that. So you guys head back into town. Let's see here. Hang on just a second. Let's.
I'm sorry for what I put you through, Cregan. Hold my beer.
You place an empty beer bottle in his still sleeping hand with a still written message across his forehead.
I wanna retroactively just sign my autograph on his face.
Okay. Still sleeps. You guys head back to Tycho's bar, and taking a couple minutes to search around, you find underneath one of the chairs, Rinka, as you pull up the wanted note. It says, "Wanted Ivan. Member of Syndicate," and has the familiar face of the guy who you guys ran into, who ran the illegal bar deep inside of the Sensation area.
Somewhere you've been before.
Oh, Sensation. You have to be like... That's the place with the bar in the back
And all the drugs.
of the bar.
Wasn't that like the drug bar?
Yeah, as Sun Kong says this, Rinka, as you see written beneath member of Syndicate, wanted for smuggling and sale of various illegal drugs. Spotted with handful of others. and bring back alive to warehouse GC45 for 1,000 gold reward.
Alive, guys.
I'm gonna take the data pad or wanted sheet and hold it up to Yolana's face, then hold it up to mine in the mirror and like, are you sure they're not talking about us?
I don't think so. Not today.
Alright, well then let's go find our man.
Alright. Alive. Right.
Alive.
Yeah, you
partially alive.
take
Hello,
note.
alive.
You take
Completely
note,
alive.
you take note of what it says here on the wanted sheet, but it doesn't mention exactly where his location may be. You guys get the sense that you may have to do a little bit of sleuthing around to get an idea of where he may be.
Uh-oh.
That could be
Aesop's not good at that.
Yeah, it could be asking citizens crossing the streets. It could be perhaps going to Sensation to try to dig up some info, as you know that's sort of a cross between some places that you know that the Syndicate traverse. That's up to you guys.
I feel like we'd probably be best served just going right there, unless, I don't know, Glossy's pretty charismatic.
Yeah,
Neogokyo.
but they know my name and what I look like, so I'm gonna have to do some. I feel like.
There is a bathroom in Tycho's bar.
Yeah, I'll have to change my appearance.
Okay.
And you guys can't call me Glacé anymore. And while we're in Sensation, at least.
Oh, we're going undercover. What's your new name?
Oh, what is my new name? What's a good name? Rinkos, what would you call me if I was like, if I had pink hair instead? What would you call me?
Ah, I've got it.
Rinkas says and then pauses.
Don't leave us in suspense.
You got
Fusite.
it. Oh, what?
Fusite. That's a sight to behold, but pink like fuchsia.
Oh, Fusite! I am
Fusite.
feeling it!
I like it.
You guys have to call me
Oh,
Fusite.
absolutely terrible. All right.
I make
Fusite
gagging
it
sounds.
is.
So what do you guys do? The ball's in your court. You just let me know.
I think maybe we should just go right there.
Yeah.
Because Aesop
Unless-
is terrible at this stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do before we enter or like around the corner. I'm gonna do the same thing since it's been a day and change my appearance. I'm gonna look a little bit shorter this time, and I'll be like blue scaled, gold eyes, something to change it up so he doesn't suspect it's me from last time either.
Ooh, I could go as. No, never mind.
You weren't
I want
blue
another
last
level of
time.
exhaustion. I'm like, I could use my Bionoid just as a.
Oh.
You
Just
feel like at
guys.
this point you could transform, but you'd gain more exhaustion afterwards.
No, yeah, exactly.
You,
And I've
you
never
also
been there.
remember that you can transform people with spells.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, polymorph.
Oh, let's polymorph him into a knight. What do you want to be? What do you want to be for a day?
How
Or
about
at
a
least
monkey, like a little monkey?
Yeah, how about like a little stupid monkey?
1 hour at least.
Oh, also speaking of alive, remember what we did to Shinji or whatever the hell the ninja sword
Vinci.
is? Yeah.
And she.
Well, then again, I was red last time, not blue, so they might not know. It's me.
Oh.
This
Just
is
another
true,
apeling.
Actually, Sun Kong does have a variance to his appearance as opposed to last time he visited.
Okay.
Could polymorph Ilana into some kind of bat or something.
Lana, do you want to polymorph?
No.
Okay.
All right then, no.
I changed my clothes and I look badass, and I'm gonna continue to look badass. And I have a disguise kit if I needed one.
Iolana is sporting some different garb, so you assume that might make her a little less.
I put on. Fine, I'll put on a wig.
What's your wig look like?
Maybe like. Hang on, let me. Maybe like a short. I don't know what kind of like cut this would be. Like this. Look at that.
Post it in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like a
and
bob.
roll 20.
Yeah, like a bob. There we go.
Okay.
Nice.
That's more like pixie cut.
Sure.
Don't you
Whatever.
think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's whatever.
That's what I would call it.
A cut.
Yeah, I can.
Ileana's adorable, pretty much. What color is it? Is it blue like that?
Purplish, yeah.
Okay.
Ileana, you using your disguise kit, make this makeshift wig and donning it on. It gives you some variance to your appearance before. Oh, I like that. And you guys head your way over to Sensation. Just a second here, I'll move you over there. Now this is the big map that I use for most Neogokyo areas, so if you'll just kind of zoom down to the lower right portion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then we have to go all the way through the back.
You guys remember that the front of Sensation almost served as a cover for the real business that happened in the back.
It's a literal front.
Yes, you remember that a number of robot patrons seem to just busy up the front end.
Okay.
As you sort of enter
Oh, this guy.
and
Yeah,
approach.
we kind of just walked in.
Oh, I think somebody made a distraction to the pole dancer, and then the rest of
Maybe
us
we
just
can
kinda
just
went
talk
in.
to the bar lady this time and ask her, "Oh, we're here for the pleasure."
There
the
is
you know, the back room.
There is a human, butchish bartender, female, at the front doing that typical thing of cleaning out some glasses. And you guys remember as you look over the platform here with the very feminine shape of the robot dancing across the pole here, you remember that the entrance to the actual back room was through the door on stage. So it wasn't necessarily like an entrance that seemed as though was open to all.
I guess I'm nervous remembering what happened with Rinkazan back alley.
As you guys make your way towards the bar, you can begin to actually hear the muffled sound of maybe the nightclub happening in the back.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Go up to the bar, Drake.
It swivels its tail and pulls in a glass drink mug that it has and takes a sip and seems to just scratch one of its claws across the table at the sight of you and just continues having a lazy look on its face.
I speak to it in Draconic and say, "Good evening.
Hey,
Want a drink?"
already got one, but I appreciate the offer.
Want some money for some information then? I just laugh.
I always do like me some money.
Take out 15 gold, put it on the table next to him.
Jesus.
He ain't fucking around.
It, using its tail, kind of wraps it around and pulls it in. It does that thing where it pulls out a gold coin and bites into it with one of its toothy canines.
Tooths?
Yeah, toothy tooths.
I speak in common and say that's for the drinks you got me last week. Just so.
Right, it says in Draconic. What are you
Subtle.
looking for?
I kind of hand him the paper and look around for a moment. Seen him around?
He looks and eyes it over for a second, and then looks back at you, and in Draconic says, "Half-orc, the night patch. Find him in the back if you can make it back there. You might have what you're looking for."
Oh, good.
10 out of 10. I drop another 5 gold and say, but that's information that was for someone who wasn't here, of course.
He pulls it in, rakes it in with sort of overgrown nails, and says, "And be careful drumming too much attention. A little bit more security than usual."
Well, I just restocked and reloaded, so I'm in luck then.
It lazily takes another sip and continues to sort of look nonchalant.
So, got any idea how to get back there?
That's up to you, buddy.
Oh.
Dick.
Okay.
No problem.
Oh
He
my
looks
god.
you up and down and just says,
Your type usually don't frequent these places, so couldn't help you on that. I'm just a tavern drake.
Thank you. Good evening, and such. And I look over to Glossa and say, well, it looks like it's time for you to get backstage for your big performance.
That's right. I mean, you guys are paying me to show you a damn good time.
No.
the
I'm-
female butch bartender sort of like raises an eyebrow at you guys now that she's kind of noticing the commotion.
Beautiful. I'm waving at the bartender.
Uh-huh.
Can we go ahead and just make our way backstage, if you will?
You guys allowed entry into the back?
Oh, of course we were invited. But we were told to be hush-hush about it.
Make some type of check for me.
I guess deception. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can give you advantage on that because I'm also trained in deception. I'll walk in. Uh-oh. What's the problem, Miss Glosse? I was so looking forward to seeing you perform.
Oh, hold on. Let me roll. First one, and the second one. Yes, that second one saved my life. So it's a 23.
She sort of like leans over the bar to see Aesop and pulls back and almost gives you sort of like a sympathetic look, Glosse.
Girls gotta make money, I suppose.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do like a wink and do like the money, like you know when you rub your fingers together, like
Gotta make that money.
yeah.
Cheddar.
Back.
All right. Well, thanks, beautiful. We'll be seeing you around.
Don't y'all get in any trouble back there, alright?
Not any. Well, not too much trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
She's just like not having it. Like, yeah, okay, I get it.
Trying to sell it.
Yeah, you, Yolana's ready. You guys pull the door open, moving by the dancing robot here, this construct, and enter a long hallway.
Okay. All right.
It's
A
like, gas.
guard similar to the ones you guys have run into multiple times with a bit of an Asian flair to him and what looks to be a little bit of technomancy work done to him. Seems to be like standing at attention, you know, with like both hands holding, you know, like him holding his wrist with his hands crossed at his waist. He just kind of looks you guys up and down.
I look back at the door and say, good, no one followed us. You're able to perform tonight. I'll keep an eye out. I know you're being followed. I mean, your last performance was amazing, ma'am.
Thank you, sweet. Oh, I'm just gonna throw a name out there.
Is it actually more in character if you don't remember his name as a?
You know what? That's bodyguard.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you guys, there may have been a little hijinkery with the underwater fight where you guys having some weapons on you that you may not have supposed to have had on yourselves entering Neogokyo, but oh well.
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
have your weapons on you currently.
Oh,
yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
mine was a cane, so it's all right.
I do.
I still have my cane, of course.
What about everybody
I
else?
fight with my fists.
Well,
I would
Glossa,
just have my blaster. That's all.
Okay. Glace, you just have your mic staff, of course.
Mhm.
Suncom, I'm assuming you're actually heading with him back there.
Yeah, I'm unarmed. I'm good.
Okay, we're gonna actually move you then.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
That's okay. Wasn't sure if you still had some feeble mind spell cast on. Do you have your staff with you, Sunkong?
I don't know if I could. I'm okay without it.
Yeah, well, you get the sense that you could at least maybe also pass it off as a walking stick similar to Aesop.
I'll do that then.
And
Sure.
Iolana, what do you have on you? Since you guys did return back to the ship.
Just some daggers.
Okay. So you guys don't have any huge, obvious weapons hanging on your bodies. So this, what you assume Syndicate bodyguard, gives you guys like a once-over. He doesn't pat you down, but he just studies each of you carefully. But you guys are all smart enough to at least do some type of work to make you not look like the same exact cells that you looked before. And he turns and opens the doors to the sensation back room. Hang on just a second. Feel the air.
I'm ready.
The door swings open, and now you hear the music kick up as you enter the sensation back room.
What horrible paper shredder and nightmare dream is that to the right when we walk in?
It looks like some type of humanoid creature, although his skin is tough and scaly, almost sort of like a rocky-looking texture, and a pale blue. His face is polygonal in shape with a pointy top, and the front, instead of having human-like features, is just full of teeth. You surmise he may be one of the Newmans, although you aren't exactly sure. You enter to a familiar area that you had visited some time before, at this point months before, known as the Sensation. And now, on your shopping list, the Sensation back room is open to you guys.
I'm gonna grab a couple packs of Magicigs and put them away just in case we see our old friend.
Deca.
Oh yeah, don't forget, you also had Urena look into that for you, and she said she'd get back to you in terms of finding Decker.
Well, did she?
Well, you'll have to go back and visit her, but she would look into it for you and see if she can find out where he is.
So, do we see the guy that we're looking for back here?
Right here.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Yes, you guys see a lone half-orc looking fellow with some type of interesting looking eye patch over an eye and sort of like a futuristic cut to his hair and black leather jacket, somewhat similar to Iolana's, sitting and sort of sipping a drink to himself.
As we walk in, I kind of give him, now that we're kind of out of earshot and the music's going, who we're looking for, and say, we remember what we did before. We don't always have to turn in said criminal. I mean,
What? Or
well, we have a few on our ship, and
you want to bring? Wait.
I thought we were doing this for money. I don't care about this guy. You don't even have a ship to take him back to.
well,
True.
if he's looking to leave the planet, maybe someone of that higher stature or status could provide a little bit extra money. I mean, 1,000's nice, but 1,500, 2,000 to drop him off somewhere else on our way might not be a bad idea.
Well, whatever you decide.
Or the ringleader.
No way.
Well, what would you suggest? What would you suggest we do then? Do you want to talk to him about? I mean, do you want to go straight forward and ask him right
I
off?
was gonna say, I guess we could just go up to him and be like, "Hey, we know you're wanted. We can help you get this planet?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe we could get him outside somehow and we could polymorph him and cage him and trap him like we did Shinji, but the odds of him getting out of here, I mean,
That
it'd take
would be
quite
a
a
hostile
distraction.
approach. You think he'd pay us for it?
Couldn't hurt to ask him. I mean,
Up to you.
Well,
if he's too committed to his business here, well, I mean, I don't want to lose a bounty, but if things get too bad, we could just leave and say forget it, or we could just take him out by force.
do you want to talk to him then?
Sure. If you would like to join me.
Do you want me to talk to him? Are we trying
Yes.
to get him out of the club, or are we trying to convince him that we can help him get off of the planet?
That we could potentially help get him out of here and maybe put him somewhere else if he's looking for a new lease.
Now, let me
so
be
to
clear
speak.
here. Last time you guys came here, there is a dwarf dressed in a red formal suit known as Ivan, who's the guy who's on the wanted poster.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that, if you guys remember, Glosse cast friendship on, so that you guys could talk him into some information. He's the one who's wanted.
Okay.
The tavern drake simply mentioned that the information leading to him would be from the half-orc sitting up here. Just to be clear.
Oh. Okay. What's our?
Go on, ask them. This place makes me uncomfortable.
Well, let's go.
I will be
talk-
nearby in case shit goes down. I'm not gonna be like involved.
Elon, are you ordering anything as you step up and take a seat?
Yeah, I'm doing my math right now.
Holy shit. You guys see a couple people dancing on a neon lit back end. Some construct looking DJs playing at the front. Sun Kong jumps up and begins probably dancing with them. Sun Kong, as you step up here and begin dancing on this elevator
Yeah.
platform, you look to the back and see a slightly darker back end. You see some different races enjoying themselves on the couches. Well, what look like those humanoid
Pleasure.
slime women, the pleasure slimes. One of them caressing the ear of a human on a couch nearby, and then at the back end, one of them sort of prancing around on all fours, leaving goo as she trails along on a table far back.
Nice.
Snail trail.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
You mingle in with the dancers, and they seem perfectly fine to like dance along with you and stuff like that. Anyways, Glosse and you three heading up to this guy. What do you do?
Glosse's gonna sit down. Look at Green Cause for like any kind of sign of wants to initiate
The
with this guy.
half-orc takes a sip and just eyes you two, but doesn't say anything.
So, I heard that you happen to know a couple big clients around here.
Yes, I may know of a couple clients who work this wonderful area in the back. What's it to a
Well,
lizard
this
folk
is
such as yourself?
it's a busy place around here. Always looking for the next big thing. My friend over here is wondering. She had a contract a while back from a guy named Ivan, looking for some new entertainment around town.
He eyes you, Glosse, and then looks back over to you, Rikaz.
I look uninterested. I try to look uninterested, like in their conversation.
Afraid I couldn't help you there. Ivan doesn't work here anymore.
Do you know where we could find him then?
I suppose I can be loose
Ah.
lipped with a bit of coin or other interesting items. He wasn't a friend per se. I assume this business may include various number of things.
Of course. We happen to hear that he might be looking for business off planet, and I kind of like look to him and kind of like tilt my head and kind of like giving a suggestion elsewhere.
Oh. I didn't know that you guys were coming this way before we began. Yes. Hold your coin. This was already paid for to begin with.
Oh shit.
Outside of the city, outside of Prime, Sector G5 of the Dark Valley. He's waiting for pickup there.
Sounds like a nice place.
G5.
Interesting. Alright.
Wants to keep things low key, of course. He leans into you guys. Syndicate is not very happy about his leaving.
So the syndicate's after him, huh?
I wouldn't say that. Let's just say they're happy to hire employees and are very disappointed when those employees decide to take a leave of absence themselves. Good for business, you know. They like to keep things in their circle. It's what helps thriving establishments like this stay alive.
Well, the least I could offer is at least a drink for your time and service.
The less business I deal with you, the better. Take that information. Sector G5, Dark Valley.
I would do an insight just to make sure.
Same.
Sure.
Oh, I'm dumb as fuck, so no.
Are we done here? It's very loud!
Shut up!
I'd like to use one of my cards of inspiration on the insight check.
Sure.
I don't get hit. I'll get rid of that
AC. No, okay, cool.
$15.
That's a difference between the two. Yeah, it sounds like he is willing to give you the information. He seems to be mistaking you guys for a potentially other client looking to pick this Ivan guy up. But he sounds pretty honest. He doesn't want to have too much linking to you guys and just wants whatever business here picking this deserter Ivan up to be done with. So he sounds honest from your check of 15.
Okay. I'll nod to him and say, well, we'll be here just for a few more moments and probably be heading out.
Good!
He looks to you guys and just nods and kind of continues sipping and sort of looking past you now.
Sorry, I gotta take that card back.
It's so... I can't see.
There you go. The menu forces me to pop it up.
Massive card lands on you guys.
Dual.
Iolana, what are you doing at the front counter?
I want to get one of everything except for that goo lady.
That's the best one!
I know.
It's $1,000.
I want to kind of like get one, but I don't know what we'd use it for other than like, you know, the reason why it's used, but like maybe we could use it for like a decoy, not a decoy, but a distraction for something one day.
I would just use it for sex, that's it.
Let's get one.
Distract Lizzie and put her head inside of it.
No.
So, Iolana, you buy Magicigs too?
Yep. I buy 2 packs of those.
You buy 2 packs of Magicigs, you buy purple pipeweed, you buy an astral larva liquor, you buy memory dust, you buy liquid acid.
Jeez.
The woman at the front counter brings over the items and hands it off to you.
I'll tip her like 5 gold.
She takes it and nods with a bit of a smile on her face. Appreciative.
They don't have any other stuff here, right? Just that stuff on that list.
Just the stuff you see on the list.
Okay. Is this person like real? Or is that like a robot? I can't. That seems familiar, but I don't remember.
She looks humanoid, but her skin has a pale look to it, and you do
Yeah.
notice now that you step a little bit closer, look at her. There seems to be similar to how like a Barbie doll would be. There are some serrations, like line work in her skin that almost looks like tattooing. There's almost a unreal look to her, even though she does look humanoid.
Are her and this girl talking?
Yeah, they're having a conversation between one another. They occasionally look up to glance and take a look at you guys, but then just continue talking. They're sort of like doing that thing where they're leaning over the table, enjoying some drinks, chatting.
I'm gonna offer both of them a majestic.
They look up to you, and the woman that you were eyeing a second ago, she takes one and says, "Oh, thanks." Oh, she doesn't smoke, she says, kind of throwing her hand towards the other alienish looking chick at the other end of the table.
I say, okay, well then there's more for me. And then I want to join her in smoking.
You guys light up, and
Ooh.
she looks over and says, "What's your line of work?"
Just things here and there. Kind of a traveler.
Yeah, I hear that.
What about you?
Who do you say that to? The other.
The one that was talking to me.
Oh, that was her telling you that. So this other one is kind of a quiet one, sitting in the corner.
Okay.
Oh, I just work at the construction sites, the development center.
Oh, that must be interesting.
She smiles meekly at you.
What did this one do? The one that has the wig?
I like yourself, she says, sort of ashing her majesty. I do a lot of things here. She takes a puff and says, "You looking to get upgrades?"
Oh.
New eye?
New eye. That sounds interesting.
Got a place I can point you to.
Where's that at?
A place called Shady's.
Is that the place I went to already?
Oh
Shit.
my god.
I
Cheaper
don't
than
really
what
know.
those masterminds offer you. It's a little bit on the wild side, but hey, can't get anywhere in life without taking risks. Right?
Exactly.
Does it seem like she's had work done? Is that why she's all like got those lines and shit?
You, without any checks, you maybe could surmise that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do. What do you like? What
Do
nature
like
or
a
something?
nature check, yeah.
Okay.
Or investigation check.
Ugh, it's bad.
Or you could just ask her. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll just fucking ask her. Yeah, I just ask her, like, is that where has she had any work done there?
Oof. I've had tons of work done, she says, kind of jiggling her top end a bit.
Oh,
A whole thing completely remodeled. Plasterine body. Expensive.
everything?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't born with this body. Just had the brain shifted over.
What the fuck? Can I ask? I want to ask her if I can touch her skin.
Oh, honey. You don't have to ask.
Oh my god.
It's like throwing an arm up your way.
Oh, I wanted to touch her titties.
Alana's finally met her match.
You can if you want.
No, that'd be like so weird. What does her skin feel like?
You go to sort of just place a hand on her skin. It feels slightly cold to the touch, but it kind of feels like the texture of skin. It has a slight more rubberiness than typical skin would. And it has a bit of a sheen to it now that you can kind of see it in the light. It definitely sort of matches up to this term of plasterine. But from a decent distance, she kind of just passes off as a typical human. You now see stuff like at her wrist, the line work that runs, almost as if it was like a fake humanoid body assembled together or molded in some way.
I asked the other girl if she's had any work done.
No, I'm too scared for that stuff.
I agree with that. I want to ask Purple Hair if she ever is interested in leaving the planet.
Oof. Well, I was born here in Neogokyo. It sounds exciting, the outside world, but also pretty alien to me. I make decent money, as you can see, she says, kind of showcasing herself with a hand. I don't know if out there I'd be able to be and live as comfortably as living here.
I give her... Does the tablet have any way of communication? Or is it just that the cell phone?
No, the tablet can do that thing where you can like look up information if you want, but it's not like your phone or your earrings that you guys have from Kaz.
I'll give her the cell phone number and tell her if she's ever interested in leaving the planet. That I can make it worth her while.
Did you tell her who you were at all?
Not really.
What's your name, by the way? She says, kind of pulling out her opaque, blocky phone.
I don't know if we're getting her real names.
Last time you said your name was Amber.
Did I? That's such a
Yeah.
weird strippery name.
That's exactly what we said. It was a stripper.
It is. I'll tell her again my name's Amber then. Just in case she perchance remembers.
Chastes, she says, holding her blocky phone up as you guys clink them together. They both glow with a flash, exchanging information. I never thought about it, but hit me up. Always looking for new, exciting opportunities.
Ooh. Me too. And then I give her another majestic and I leave.
Oof. She tucks it into one of her tight clothing and continues
Oof.
smoking the one she has.
She's quite the paramour, isn't she?
Everyone else standing a few feet off watching.
I mean, Sun Kong's still dancing with his fucking buds
Yeah, I
up
can
there.
dance.
No, Sun Kong's getting down on the dance floor up there.
Oh shit, showing off his monk moves, doing some flips. Some b-boy shit.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. I hate this place.
To be square, Aesop.
Yeah. Square. Dad.
Damn.
I mean, it's not even an insult at this point. It's just a fact.
Alright, cause.
What? I don't understand. At least Kaz could talk to people.
Oh, does this place sell anything? Does this lady sell anything?
Oh my god, we're
Like
gonna be here
booze?
for another 30 minutes.
I just want to know if they sell any booze. The other place didn't really have anything.
She nods and offers a couple of drinks.
Oh. I'll do
I thought that
oh.
said Caucasian one.
Chanuzi
What is-
wine, rum, Invidian pale ale.
Is a
Fallon.
bottle like 1 gold?
We'll say like times whatever a bottle would be times 10. So yeah, whatever the next up from here would be.
Okay. I'll
So
just.
if it's 10 CP, it goes up to like 1 silver, etc.
Oh. I'll just pay to have enough per gold. I don't. What is that, like 3 or 4 bottles?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna get that elven wine.
Yelena turns holding a couple bottles in her hand.
Jeez.
It's a party animal, too.
You never know when you're gonna need it.
Oh, on that we can agree.
Okay, so you guys have
Brinkaz is passed out on the dance floor.
you guys have the information that this guy gave you, Sector G5 of Dark Valley.
Sounds nice.
But finding where that is a separate story.
Are there like taxis around here?
There are no taxis. Most of it is on foot. The city itself, while vertically being impressive, is not very large, and thus traversing to places around the prime city doesn't take too long. Even if there were any type of vehicles to get around, you at least know that they wouldn't offer passage to the dark sector, which you guys have at least heard of is what is beyond Prime City, the outer shell of Neogokyo.
So, do we know if it's something we would need Amron's ship to take us to?
You guys know that you could make it on foot. You would just need to know exactly where this G5 is. You could, again, ask around. There's the Helper's Hand Guild, which may provide an NPC who could help guide you there. Or you could just leg it and make some nature checks and find it on your own.
Well, I think maybe we should hire somebody from these Helping Hand Guild.
You guys could, on top of whatever way you choose, also take Amron's ship to take you once you've located it, just with the knowing fact that it probably won't be the stealthiest of approaches.
Let's go hire one of these people. Let's see how much they cost to hire.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright, you guys head out of Sensation and back to the outside of Prime, hoping that no one took notice of who you really were last time you were here. So you guys are back here. You head into the Helper's Hand Guild. I need you guys, I would say, I can't do all of you just because there's not enough to go around, but can each of you give me a 1d20 roll, please?
Okay.
Yep. Well, fuck.
I got a 20.
Oh shit.
It,
Wow.
I'll take the first 4. Like I said, unfortunately, not
So
everyone
not
can have a
Windcast's
10
1. Liana's 20.
You guys meet with an associate at the front counter who mentions that going rates for each of the hands here at the guild are more than happy to help out Wild Night Adventurers. They are primarily hired by groups like you, but they each have their separate going rates. And so now, what was the first number? 18?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's show you guys these upper hands. The 18, alright. Stepping out first, they hand you a pamphlet as out steps out a tiefling, although slightly devilish looking in nature. He sports a belt which has some
He
things
smells
wrapped
innocent.
around it, and
Yeah, right.
dons a cloak and hood. The pamphlet that goes with says Mogdramon. If you need help getting through a difficult area, Mogdramon is your man? Tiefling? Demon? We haven't asked yet and don't plan to. This guy doesn't say much, but he's done a good job of helping around wild knots in need. At least the ones who return for repeat business. We're just assuming the others are fine. Not eaten or anything at all.
oh god.
He has the abilities that you guys can read there. Smell Innocence and Scoutmaster.
Virgins.
And as he walks up, he says, 10 gold every day. I'm yours.
Oh, well, that's a promising start. What are the others?
Next up, what was the next roll? Can you guys let me know?
9.
9.
9. Okay, let's see.
9!
9! And of course, once these guys are fully revealed to you, we don't have to go through the process of showing them again. But these are NPC characters that are kind of like companions, although they're more locally. They're not going to necessarily join your party initially, unless maybe there's some reputation built with them. And a certain number of them are sort of like locally to each Helper's Hand Guild that are established across the cosmos here. Stepping
That's
out
kinda
from
cool.
behind the curtain, Aesop, you see this is the correct one. 9. A familiar face. It's
Oh.
Dr. Yatar.
Oh.
Aesop, it's been some time. Dr. Yatar comes over and kind of lifts out a hand to shake yours.
I'll shake his hand. I didn't realize you were part of the Helping Hand Guild.
Yes. He kind of waves a hand at his pamphlet, and you guys read. Yatar worked for many years as a studied professional in the hematology labs in Neogokyo, eventually becoming disillusioned with the practices around him. On top of the sheer amount of competition, he decided to put his hands to better use with adventurers willing to hire him.
I see.
I'd be happy to travel with each of you. I am a studied physician, and thus 20 gold a day, but I promise you my skills come in handy, he says.
Very good. I'm gonna wait till he's out of earshot and lean over to the rest of the party. Not him!
Okay.
Oh boy. What was the next roll?
2.
Aesop got a 2.
Okay. You guys hear a clanking sound as a robot rounds the corner.
Yes! Yes!
You guys read over the pamphlet. Proto, a construct developed by the Macers themselves. Proto serves as a test unit for the Helper's Hand Guild. While not the most personable companion, hello, it says as it approaches you guys.
He's beautiful.
Proto can provide a number of functions to aid those it travels with. Other helpers tend to scorn this unit as they see it as a direct threat to their job security. Proto doesn't seem to mind, though. This is probably due to his programming restricting such observations.
I want
10
Proto.
gold a day. Happy to join you.
I mean, if Kaz was here, he'd be like, we're taking that one.
As law of averages analyze and bot buddy once per long rest. And finally, what was our last roll?
20!
20.
Oh, 20?
Sticker.
Yeah, that was my roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which was before Ringcast's roll.
Windcast, yeah.
Another copy of Aesop walks up from behind the curtain.
Kaz walks out
Oh, fuck.
with no memory of us.
Oh, God. Did you call it? Did you actually call it?
Finally stepping out from behind the curtain.
Dagger.
DG.
A familiar looking face, although probably not the exact same, is a tall blue man.
The fuck
What
is
the
that? I don't remember this guy.
No, he's like the arcane man. He's like the
Yeah.
same race as the arcane
Oh.
As he steps out from behind the curtain, the actual patrons behind the desk for the Helper's Hand kind of look on with a confused face.
man.
We don't remember hiring this man, actually.
Oh.
He steps up to you guys and, reaching in his bag around his waist, pulls
Oh my
out
God.
and
He's
says,
Jeffrey.
"A wand
Pepe.
of wonder.
Oh.
What does it do?
Many things, but only by using it can you find out what.
Oh, is it
Okay.
dangerous?
How much?
It could be. It is a wild card, if you will. Perfect
Oh.
for wild knots," he says with a smile on his face.
Oh.
We'll take it! How much?
Yes.
500 gold, and the rod is yours.
That seems fair.
500, that's it?
Yeah, don't
500
that's
is
not
my
how you get
deal.
how you negotiate.
That seems fair.
Joanna says with a yawn. Who would like to make the purchase? The McCain says.
Oh, I don't want to turn into the ogres anymore. I'm not interested.
A rod of wonder, a beautiful item to accessorize someone as beautiful as yourself, he says, looking towards you, Glacé.
Oh, well, when you put it that way.
Alright, but seriously though,
Yeah,
who
he
I'll
wants,
put
seems
who
to be-
100
wants it?
down. Glacé is sold. She puts 100 down.
Okay,
500.
Glacé seems to want to split it. Sun Kong is
Oh.
ready to throw 500 at it.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was 500.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was gonna split it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
There's
I'll.
5 of us.
Oh yeah, that works then.
You
Done.
guys just let me know
I-
how you pay for it.
It sounds like a barrel of fun. I'll chip in 100 as well.
Absolutely.
Same.
Okay.
Now, who gets it?
Yeah, he
You have to be magical. You.
I just want to wear it. I don't want to use it.
perfect for even those who cannot cast magical spells themselves, the Merkin says. Any
That's-
one of
that's-
you could appropriate this item and make it to the best
I mean-
of your use in your travels.
If nobody else wants it, I will use it.
I
Fine.
think that everybody wants it.
I don't want it.
Besides Bailey.
You could also take turns, the Mercane says. He hands it off at least to you, Sunkal.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say that because I rolled the 20, I should at least get to use it, but I am gonna say that.
That's fine, that's fine.
That's fine. It seems like you could get some use out of it.
So yeah, guys, whoever split up the gold to pay, just mark that off, and he says,
Yep.
I appreciate doing business with you. I hope to see you again. And as soon as he
Oh,
says
yes.
that, he vanishes into thin air.
What the fuck?
Oh, they're so mysterious.
Sounded kind of hissy.
Even the
Aesop.
3 other patrons who are sort of like standing off to the side waiting for your decision are a bit perplexed.
Well, this is a great guild.
Yeah, I think we should take Proto. He seems a little more.
I
What about more?
I would agree with Mogdramon. He is
Can we take both?
Oh, he's got the scouting thing.
He's a scout, yes, and we need
Yeah.
somebody to lead us to where
so
we're going.
These guys work as companions, meaning that in your travels you can kind of attach them to yourselves and they provide those abilities to that specific character. But they're for anyone. You guys can hire more than one if you'd like. They just have
Okay.
their going rates. So if you want a constant buddy in your adventures to places while you're on a particular planet or area, you can hire one of these guys.
Well, let's at least start with Mogdramon, and if you're set on what was the robot's name,
Proto.
you could pay for it on your own, I suppose, if they're all for hire.
I think I just misclatter.
Oh, well, I don't know who that is, but I think we'll be taking Mogdramon.
Yeah, if you guys look under your journal, one of below the rules and stuff is the Helper's Hand Guild. It should now show
Yeah, I
for
see.
you, and these revealed characters will be in there. So.
Cool.
I mean, if I get them, my total feet would be 70. No, I'm excuse. Yeah, no, yeah, 70.
I am the wind.
Mogdramon steps up. You hire me?
Yes, we will hire you.
10 gold.
All right, I'll front the first payment.
He says, and he sort of attaches it to his pouch. Besides just like a belt with some tools and pouches along, he's just like wearing a loincloth and his hood and cape. Otherwise, he's kind of naked.
Oh.
Does he have any weapons?
It does not look as though he has any weapons.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we can fend for ourselves. We just find what we need to find.
Yeah.
Join you, I will. Lead on when ready, he says, and kind of steps off to the side.
Sick. That was out of character. I don't say
Heck!
that.
Cool.
Are you guys done here? You want to hire anybody else? It's up to you.
No.
I think one's probably fine. We don't want to spend too much money on these guys, at least not right away.
Okay. We'll say that you clue in Mogdramon to the location you're trying to go, and he shakes his head, actually, with a bit of familiarity and says, lead you there. I can do this. Follow me. Oh. Items to protect yourselves, he says.
Protect ourselves from what?
Things out on the outer rim. Beasts who escape the city. Propagate out here in the Dark Valley.
Well, I can protect myself.
Just letting you know. May want to bring some items with you. In city, restricted, but out of city at the Dark Valley, bring whatever weapons you want.
Do you have any weapons?
Need no weapons, he says. I have you.
Oh,
I
It's
simply
fine.
lead you there, he says.
It's
got
fine
it.
fine with us.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Does Rinkaz want to go back and get like Big Debbie or something
Yeah,
like that?
so you guys, if you'd like, you can stop back by on the way. To get to the dark sector, it's like beyond the city, so you have to go by the warehouses anyway. So you guys can, if you want to say you pick up all of your weapons to go out there. You
Yeah,
can.
let's fucking suit up.
Yeah.
You guys suit up. It's like that montage as Iolana like gets her crossbow ready and puts the daggers in the slits, the shafts
Slips in
at the
her
side
boot.
of her legs. Yeah,
Yeah.
and her boots. That's even cooler.
So
Snaps-
Ron grabs a
snaps-
cheeseburger.
Against
Snaps
eating,
the bandolier of cheeseburgers across his waist or something like
Rink
that.
has like lovingly caresses Big Debbie.
Oh,
Glace puts on mascara.
Yeah, so with that, as you guys begin to head out to the Dark Valley, we're going to call it there.
Woo.
And yes, so going forward, you guys now have a new buddy with you. You have
Oh, hell yeah.
Mondramon, who's going to help lead you out there, which will sidestep any necessary checks for leading your way there. Mondramon seems to have a know-how of confusing areas and has made
Good.
himself acquainted with. You almost get the sense of this weird type of guy. He's probably more acquainted with the dark, lonely area of the Dark Valley than inside. The city.
Good fucking rolls, Sun Kong and Ilana, getting us exactly what we need.
Right?
I'm afraid that rolling a 1, I'm glad we didn't choose mine because 20, some guy comes out and sells us stuff. 1, I
Right.
mean, some like backwoods killer comes out and like takes all our loot or something.
I kind of wish that happened. Now,
Yeah,
you
so
wouldn't take my cane, would you? I need it.
I may have said this incorrectly, but this is the Wand of Wonder, guys. So
That's what you didn't you say that?
I think
may
that's
have
what you
said, I
said.
may have said
Yeah.
Rod of Wonder, yeah. But just to
Oh.
be clear, there's the.
No, I think he said one.
Okay. Yeah, so it's sort of like a grab bag of stuff. You never know what it's gonna do. But the Mercane only comes out on that 20, so very cool that you guys rolled that for your first time. So
I'm sorry. A stream of gems shoots from the wand's tip. Each gem deals 1 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
yeah, that's,
So it's just.
it may be why he sort of like pointed it towards Glacé. Yeah, some fun stuff. Yeah, certainly a grab bag of fun things. And as you guys were talking about this can be used by anybody. This is a magic item, so the magic doesn't come from you. So Sun Kong can wield this, Iolana can wield this, whoever wants to use it. So.
98 to 100 can get a target petrified.
Sick.
We're not going off the planet yet, are we?
No.
No,
Okay.
you guys are like so we're done here, so if anybody needs to go. But yeah, so this is Satellite Neogokyo. The very top area here that you see that looks like sort of the spines there, that's Neogokyo Prime, that's the city. So you guys are moving away from that and actually kind of going across the area outside of that. The Dark Valley that is this very darkened steel reflective area that is
Fucking
constantly
Blade Runner.
raining and storming that you're going to have to traverse to find this Ivan who's run off. So
Yeah, you better have some synth music queued up for next session.
yeah, but yeah, so you guys will be traversing that without any trouble now with Mondramon in tow. And
That's
looking
right.
For Ivan. So cool session, guys. I hope you had fun.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
we will meet back next week for you guys to finish off your bounty and then maybe start heading your way towards Bavaria 3 to use the alchemy plants to create some more chronotech alloy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Can you send me a blank copy of the spreadsheet at some point?
Of the character sheet?
Yeah. I just want to rearrange my items and stuff. I have it kind of cluttered.
Slim, did you know of like a? Didn't one of us find like the latest version of that wasn't on DM's Guild or anything?
For the character sheets?
Yeah. Was he doing like a Patreon or something for that? That he kept developing that?
I'm not sure.
That. Or Luke was the one that provided
Hmm?
that.
Oh, for the character sheet, the custom character sheets.
Oh, right.
And
I think
maybe-
that should still be in the files in Wyrd and Wyld.
Okay.
Like,
I
if
think
you go to-
also posted something too, like maybe it was in your.
Oh, yeah, it was the other. I'll upload it to.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll if you don't mind doing that, Luke, that'll have the latest sheet for you.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody
Okay.
can use it if they need it. He kept
And then I'll-
developing that, but took it off of DM's Guild because I'm sure they were probably trying to rip all the shit apart and stop him from making a way better system to use besides. Beyond.
A way better system that is also free.
Fucking, so yeah, that'd be awesome if you could post that whenever you get a chance.
Yeah. I support the guy on Patreon now, so I still get his updates.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, I posted it.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, we will meet back next week for you guys hunting down a bounty out on the
Oh.
outer rim of Neogokyo.
Exciting.
Sweet.
I hope he's a virgin, so
Ew.
No.
so we can smell him.
Well, running an illegal drug den at the back of Sensation, I don't know if that accounts for being a innocent, but-
All right. See you guys.
Adios.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah, guys.
See ya.